Or
We're
Star
live.
Trek.
There we go.
Hello.
I think. Maybe.
Welcome in. If you come in, we are live.
We are live. We'll do it live. Yeah, welcome back to Pandemic Legacy. We are undeterred, let's say, undaunted by the fact that we got totally mauled by March. We're back at it with a vengeance. We're going to see what we can do. So you may notice one thing, and that is that South America is explored, in spite of the fact that we didn't do it last time. We were prompted by the game, by the Legacy deck, to open the box containing South America. And basically that happened, and the only bad stuff was that we had to destroy an unrationed event that would otherwise have given us access to 8 free supply cubes for one game. But I mean, as a one-time event, I'm honestly not that concerned about it. So we do have access to Buenos Aires now. We can get to Lima, Bogota, things like that, and we'll hopefully see how that stuff goes. But first, let's read the journal entry for April. So here we go. This year is already taking its toll. People and resources are getting stretched thin. Gearing up to be out in the world is mentally difficult as we're outsiders there. One bright spot are the laboratories. Although they lost their lead lab, the 3 labs in the Southern Hemisphere have kept working through the generations. We need to find out if they've made any progress. And then, from the archive, so that was us now, that was us writing. And this is sort of our precursors, our leaders before we were elected, or appointed, as the case may be. Year 42, Pacific Haven not reporting, hoping Hollowmen didn't steal everything, sending scouts to Lima to check. Also sending patrols to Indian Haven, silent since the fallout in Indian Ocean. Presumed loss. Scribble, scribble, doctor signature. And then we have coordinates for what I assume are the Havens, JOTP, which last time they were gem names, so like Jasper, Topaz, Peridot, and Opal, right?
I think so.
So I think that's them. That's probably the coordinates of the Havens. But we will maybe find out.
Could we figure out the coordinates of them?
We could, except here's the thing, right? Is that like, so 26 degrees south, so that's like here, and 28 degrees east, that's like here. That's like Madagascar.
I mean,
so I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
If it's over here a little more, it could be the Indian Ocean one.
That's true. All right, fair point. Maybe we could do some investigation with that. But for now, we have randomly determined that Jacob will be going first. Jacob is playing Triss, who is located here in Vignedo. I'm playing Vix, as usual, located in Providence. And William is playing Caleb, located in Montgomery. These are our sort of core characters. We will possibly get around to using some of the other characters that we created. But for now, based on just generally the landscape and the investment and the utility of each of the characters, we're thinking these are probably still the way to go. Certainly these two, and I'm sort of the flex pick. But we'll see what happens here in this first game in April. We're back up to 6 rationed events. We're, we were feeling hopeful.
And then shit happened.
And then we infected.
We had a real bad draw.
Yeah, we did the initial infection, and both New York and Cairo are plagued. So we're starting the game 1/4 of the way to losing. And if we don't do anything, New York and Cairo, New York is going to lose a population, and Cairo is going to be prevented from gaining a population. So we'll see how that goes. Jacob, why don't you kick us off?
Let's do it. All right. I think I've got pretty much what I'm going to do this turn. Is I'm going to start by doing my produce and deliver action, which I can do because I'm the farmer, and then a courier to do it on the one that is next to me.
The Wombo combo.
The
dream team.
Yep. So that's my first action. Second action will be to move over here to Montgomery. And then I'm going to do a produce action, and then...
Are we sure we want to do New York as opposed to Tripoli? Because I don't think all 3 of Tripoli have been drawn. And I can drop on New York.
No, all 3 of Tripoli... No, they haven't been drawn.
No,
right?
only 2 of Tripoli have been drawn.
Okay, so maybe Tripoli is a better idea.
Alright, sure. I'll go here and drop on Tripoli instead. Yeah. Cool. That's my turn.
It's not going to matter when we draw an epidemic.
Right.
Yep.
Don't fucking jinx it. Lagos. And okay, well, you're 3 out of 5 yellow cards.
Yeah.
So you're sitting pretty. There's a place on Ocean
Right.
Avenue. I feel like I've done that before.
Let's go ahead and see what... No. Well, let's see what comes up. 2 cards.
London.
Okay.
Istanbul.
not Constantinople.
Okay, well, I guess it's a good thing you're over in black.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can drop one randomly. And
Well, deliberately.
Deliberately, not randomly.
Important.
should I drop it on Cairo or New York? Because I can go to New York and reinforce it and then move out to DC.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Is like I'm near Cairo,
Mhm.
and Jacob is also near Cairo. I feel
Yeah.
like,
So y'all feel good about that?
yeah.
Or
Thank
you.
good enough?
Should be good enough.
Unless, I mean, what you could do.
Mm-hmm.
So like, move, produce and deliver, and then move to Washington and use your fourth action to place in Cairo, and so that way we sort of get the best of both worlds. I don't know.
I think that might be a good valid.
The only
option.
other thought, well, no, the only other thought is, do I want to save that action and move Jacob to me so he can give me Washington on his turn if I end in Washington?
That is a very valid point.
That's a fair point.
And that leaves you to cover Cairo if you feel confident.
I can do that.
Cool. All right,
Good
let's do
with
that.
that? Okay, so move, produce, and drop.
3.
That's 3 actions?
Yeah.
Shit, then I can just move to Washington.
Oh, right, because make and deliver is.
Only I can do that as once per turn.
I forgot
Right.
about that.
a
It's
one-time.
pick
Wait.
up supplies. That's
I can just avoid it.
Mm.
Move, remote drop on New York,
There you go.
There you go.
and then move Jacob.
There you go. That
to
works.
Washington.
That works.
Yeah, I forgot about my special action.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Cards. Chicago.
Chicago. That's good. Oh, there we go.
That's a supply center, my
Yeah,
friends.
this is a-
That's,
Should I
that's
build
what
it
the
in
hell that
Washington straight away, or should I head out to
New York. We got to counteract
We gotta
that
do-
plague.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about
Well, I mean, let's see what the
Yeah,
infect deck
that's
holds.
Go ahead.
that. Effect deck, Lagos,
Okay.
London, which, what does this say?
We can
It
destroy it.
Yeah.
Do we want to just destroy it?
Destroy it to just removes it permanently?
Yeah. This is.
Yeah, if it's
If
in
this
the
card is
infected
in the
deck,
infection discard pile, any player may discard a player card to destroy this card at any time.
I say, since we don't know what the player card landscape looks like yet, I say let's do it right before an epidemic.
yeah,
Sure.
or during an epidemic, because it doesn't have a must.
Yeah, it doesn't have
True.
to be on an action, right?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, once an
Yeah,
epidemic is revealed, then
yeah.
we're going to
Yep.
intensify.
Because that
So,
removes one.
because honestly, like that is a permanent solution
Yeah,
to one
and
weapon.
there's no reason to keep it around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
okay. Well, so I can't actually
It's not like
leave
we can
Cairo
transfer this.
if I make and deliver cubes there.
You can't leave Cairo if you make and deliver cubes.
Because I forgot that deliver is a full action.
I can airlift you out
Do we...
to me. Keep in mind that'll keep a turn off of me, but if
Is that
it
gonna
helps
be-
you.
Is that going to be okay? Getting...
Should be fine.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
let me game plan this out real quick.
Yeah.
So, your turn, you give me Washington. We'll
Yes.
start on my turn. I go to New York, build in New York, bamf over to I don't know, Montgomery.
and
then
take
bamf
me-
you
take me
over.
to you. Yeah.
I
So,
think that's good.
My turn will
Yeah.
work. I cannot do any damage control on my turn, though.
That's
That's
my
okay.
job.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, make and deliver supplies. All right. So now we have at least one in everywhere except for London.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good damage control for the early game.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
New York. Oh.
Cool.
Just keep in mind, Washington only has one currently.
Yes.
And
Okay.
2 of us are on it.
Qui. Los Angeles.
Okay.
And Sao Paulo.
Okay.
I'm getting scared, but alright. Okay. First things first.
Yep.
Action
Take
number 1.
Washington.
Yep. And you have just you're fine with cards. Alright. Now, where do we want me to go?
I think. So New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles have all been drawn,
London.
including multiple copies of New York. However, yeah, London is kind of an urgent thing.
No. 2, 3, 4.
I think that's the way to go.
Cool.
That sounds about right.
You know what's coming.
All right,
Please
so
don't hurt Washington.
increase. Infect.
Do we want to drop London right now?
Well, let's take a look and see what we got here.
Jacksonville.
Good thing is it's only one card.
Fucking Jacksonville.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I know we were hoping to build a second supply center in London, so I'd prefer to avoid getting rid of either.
I was
of these.
gonna say get rid of one of your yellows.
Yeah. All right. So I will discard.
Lagos.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah.
I was thinking that Lagos might be more important as like a. Oh, because you've got foundations in Lagos. All right. I'll get rid of that so that we can destroy the London infection.
You
card.
discarded the card, and you get to destroy the card.
All right. So that feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool. And then shuffle that stuff and put it on top.
So,
I believe at the moment we only have one in London, so London should be safe. New
Yeah.
York is fucked if we draw that stuff.
New York is likely fucked.
Cairo is also not very good in good shape.
Although we are only
Cairo's
drawing
going to be
two.
rough. Tripoli
Yeah.
could outbreak because there's two
Or
Tripolis in the deck.
Tripoli could
Infect.
get
Or
an outbreak.
incident.
Incident.
Correct.
Yeah.
I stand correct.
Be careful with your words.
Jacksonville, obviously, that's only one.
Yeah, but it's gonna be on top knowing Jacksonville.
Fucking Jackson.
No,
Bortles.
Jacksonville. Bortles.
You all should watch
Good
The
place.
Good Place if you haven't already. It's a magical show. Michael Schur has not paid me to say that. I just think it's an amazing show.
Don't
If
get
we got
paid-
Michael Schur as a sponsor on this, we'd be.
We don't get
we'd
paid
be
to say
rolling.
anything.
Yeah. True.
All right.
What do we got?
New York,
Okay, well, it's only one.
Cairo. Of course.
Okay, well,
That's why I'm moving you off.
Yeah, good. Good thing I got there.
Yeah. All right.
And then
My
your other
second
thing
turn.
is Istanbul.
Istanbul. All right.
I'm thinking I should move you first turn to Washington because
You think Washington's a better place for me to be?
If I'm gonna go
New
the
York
other way,
and Jacksonville.
I am like halfway between there.
Good point. Okay, yeah, that's smart. So,
One.
All right, so that's one turn,
Mm-hmm.
2 turn, 3 turn.
all right. So we got a new supply center in New York, which gives us progress towards our objective here.
Yep.
And probably 4 turn move back to Washington, or should I move to Montgomery and be safe?
It depends where you want to be. Like, what's going to be most useful for you as a place for you to bring people to. Back to Washington gives easy access to Chicago and New York and Jacksonville, which are all problem spots.
Yeah.
And relatively easy access to LA. Montgomery gives better access to London and Tripoli and Cairo.
I think that I would say go back to Washington.
Go back to Washington?
Yeah.
Okay. My only concern is, well, you'll probably drop another one there. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so
right.
that's mine.
Draw your
Take
cards.
the 2 cards. Los Angeles, which has 2 searches, and
Buenos
Buenos
Aires,
Aires,
Which also
has 2
has 2
searches.
searches. All right, I guess we're searching.
Fucking hell.
Or rather, you're searching.
Search the land and search the ski.
So searching,
You can't take
you
the
have
sky
to-
from me.
And what do you infect?
I don't wanna. We got this Chicago,
Okay, yeah, I'll be getting there.
New York.
Okay, well, that's another incident in New York. It's starting to look like that decontamination kit event might not be a bad idea.
Now I'm the one who
Well,
hates
the
using
decontamination
consumables in
kit-
any game, but
Remove all plate cubes from one location. On the
Right.
grid.
So if we get to
New
a
York.
third New York,
Yeah. No, we'll do that if we get to a third.
that's
I think.
that's the obvious choice.
Yeah.
But so it's me for now. I think. So God, I'm so inefficient.
God, if we could get what's the fucking hidden stop.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
That'd
All
be
right.
so much.
So I am liking this as an idea. There's that,
Oh right, yeah, because we're in the same city.
and then move, make, and deliver.
Yep.
I think we're.
Only question is, well, yeah. Should you hold on to that and give that to Jacob when you get the option?
It should be fine
Okay.
because I only need one more.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's no way you could.
I think
really
this
get
is
together
okay.
for a while.
Yeah.
So, alrighty, yeah.
Especially since, like, if you absolutely need to give it to him, you can just get down there and then pull him to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So, New York, Atlanta, hot Atlanta.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay, so maybe I'll be doing the second blue supply center,
Yeah, it might be.
tentatively. And what we got? Lagos. Okay, we'll need to get there shortly, sooner rather than later. Jacksonville. Alright. Plague Cube in Jacksonville. Fucking problem child that it is. And
Heard that call
Jacob.
about me many times.
Jacob, it's your turn. Do stuff, Jacob.
Yeah. What do you want to do, Jacob?
Too much. Too much. All right.
Too much
Fucking
tunes.
shit.
Well, the good news is that is the only Jacksonville card.
Yeah.
So
We honestly should have put lockdown on Jacksonville.
maybe we still can. We've got.
I think we did one on each.
The other Jacksonville.
Because we did put 2 lockdowns on.
We did put 2 lockdowns.
The other one is on Jacksonville.
I think it is. We just didn't get the right Jacksonville.
Yeah, we just got the wrong Jacksonville. All right.
Shut off
I
the
think
south side.
Storing
No
up
one goes there.
Lagos and for Jacksonville from Vigneto.
Lock off the
I can do that.
coastal waterways.
So 1, 2, 4. All right. I can put 1 on both.
Okay.
1. Yeah, 2 is just the produce and deliver. 3 is to produce. 4 is to deliver.
Perfect.
Can you do that remotely multiple times?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just
the courier.
yeah.
I can do as many times as I
Okay,
want.
yeah. I
It's
was
the other one, the farmer that is limited.
farm aid.
Tripoli,
And
London.
okay, well, then quick access to London if you need it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm at my
perfect.
card limit.
Yep.
So, and I'm definitely not searching Mexico City.
Right.
So,
No one is searching Mexico City. Mexico City is forsaken.
It
For
is,
those of you who were not here last time,
in other words, it's fucked.
we really let our guard down, and Mexico City fell
Cairo.
to 0
Tripoli.
population.
Mother.
This is a bad game. We're off to a
Not off to a
bad
great
start
start.
here in
Yeah.
April.
Great start.
We're not off to a good start.
Bad news bears.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
You're up. Will.
Great. Fantastic. Oh, what? I could remote drop onto Cairo.
That's a really good idea.
Both Kairos are out, but yes, that's a really
I could
good
remote drop onto Cairo, make some in Washington, and then maybe move one of you to me.
No need.
No, don't
No.
do the moving. We don't need the moving right now.
Or should I
You
move myself
literally
to one
can't
of you?
go anywhere. Moving yourself to Jacob actually is probably your best bet.
Yeah, that gets me a bit more mobile.
Yeah, because there is no movement for you
Not
except to
really.
Chicago
right,
that's
right.
safe.
Right. We still have 1 New York
Maine?
Yeah.
in the deck.
Well, the thing is, if we get, do we want to waste that? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to end up with 3 in New York, and then we're just going to have to decontaminate.
Decontamination kit. I mean, I feel like not planning to use decontamination kit is a better idea, but I do agree that you're probably.
But I mean, I would suggest, because either way, we're going to have to drop it onto Cairo or drop it onto Tripoli.
Yeah.
Or drop it onto Cairo
or
or
New
drop it
York.
onto New York is what I meant.
What I'm hoping is that we can actually draw the ration event that helps get play cubes off the board. I mean, it wouldn't actually. It doesn't reset the incident tracker.
Yeah,
But it would take some of the
We're
population
this far
pressure.
on the incident tracker. Shit.
Already
Well,
done.
the other thing that we need is a produce supplies card.
Oh, we need a produce supply card.
In that case, I'm going to drop stockpile onto
I think that's smart.
Cairo for a supply reaction. I could make 2 supplies and just move to Vigneto and be ready to go on my turn. Or I could
No.
give supplies a free action, right?
Here's what you should do. Or my thought is, so you have 3 actions left, right?
Yes.
1, 2, search. Oh,
Can't
no,
search
you have
so far.
search Buenos Aires. Not fucking that. All right.
I mean,
Maybe get to Buenos Aires.
I could get to Buenos Aires.
So that next turn we can do because we still want to do this. Like we have 2
Yeah.
searches to do.
You know what? Yeah. Would you prefer to have 2 supply cubes given? 'Cause
I
can
would.
make a
I would
transfer.
love to have 2 supply cubes. I would love that. That would be.
That's the other
I
alternative.
think. I mean, because Vigneto, if he ends his turn in Vigneto
Yeah.
by producing and
Yeah.
giving you stuff, then the next turn it's 1-2 search.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
And
I think that
1-2
that
search and remote
Okay.
drop.
Yep.
Yeah, I like
yeah,
that.
no, I think that's good.
That's a good.
I just want
Move
you
to
to
Vigneto.
get to there.
create 2, and I'm giving them to you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Amazing.
Um,
Well,
Of course.
Okay. All right, yeah, you guys do
I
that.
have this coming.
Jacksonville.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay.
Lagos.
It's not much better.
There's 2 Lagos in the deck right now.
Yeah, we've got 2 New York in the deck, a Chicago, a Cairo, 2 Lagos, and a Tripoli.
Well, we're
Jackson.
still only at two infection rates.
But Tripoli, Lagos, not Jacksonville, New York, all are potential problems.
Yeah.
And we can only afford, 3 more infections?
Yeah.
2 more. Third one dies.
Yeah.
Or,
So
2 more to stay alive.
yeah. Yeah. What are you supposed to do with 0 allocated supply?
There's probably going to be a lot of other
There's
things.
got to be
going on.
some sort of something.
Yeah. All right. Of course.
before you draw the next one, you should use decontamination.
True.
Because that way
In case that's
it
a new
prevents
one.
outbreaks. Because God forbid that
Smart.
gets to Montgomery,
Okay,
then we're
so
fucked.
decontamination kit. Having trouble there.
I didn't want to rip it. Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be the city that you're in. Okay.
All right. 2.
Lagos.
God damn mother.
All right. Well, so we can afford
Nothing.
Nothing. The next incident we lose.
Which means if it's a Tripoli, which there's 2 cards there, or
There's still
New
2
York,
New Yorks.
fucking A. Or another Lagos, for that matter.
Here's your
Second card. Please be a fucking extended supply line. Jeez,
Well, I can
not get real southern here with my friggin' anger.
I can build a supply center now
Yeah, that's true.
because I have foundations on one of these.
Right.
Get it in Lagos if we survive that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honest to God.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm gonna do if we survive that one.
William?
Yeah, William.
No, that was William's turn.
That was my turn.
That's his card.
Yeah. Oh.
So
Well,
okay, we can't
shit.
actually.
We can't actually do that. Never mind.
So all right,
Son of a...
priorities at the moment. Do we think we're gonna lose?
I mean, I'm not gonna say much, but
Okay. How many were there in that deck before we reshuffled it in?
how many of what?
Discard. There were about 10 or so?
Ish.
There were 2 New Yorks, 2 Lagos, a Cairo, a Jacksonville, and I think a Chicago
Was there a Tripoli?
and a Tripoli.
There was a Tripoli.
There was a Tripoli.
So of those 8, there's 3 more that can still fuck us, because there's a New York, there's a Lagos, and there's a Tripoli.
Yes.
So the only one I can actually
there's a
do
good
anything about is New York.
There's a slightly less than 50% chance that this game ends after this turn.
Yeah.
The question is,
I mean, so basically, my the things that I'm considering.
Yes.
If we want to if we want to actually go for it, I can get to New York. I can do damage control in New York.
Mhm.
If we don't care, I was thinking maybe search Atlanta and see what kind of boost we get. Although the boost we got for searching Chicago was 2 supply cubes, so that would be kind of a waste.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm not doing that. So I'll go to New York,
Go
I guess.
for it.
Unless we think I
The
should
only
fly
thing-
to Tripoli.
the only thing
I'm not in
I'm
a port.
thinking
I can't do that.
is that searching Atlanta might have something special, because that was the original CDC in Season 1.
It's true.
But I don't know if it's worth it.
I wouldn't do it this turn.
Okay.
I would say let's try for damage control.
So
if at all
then-
possible.
Move, make place, or move sea route, make place.
We're more likely to get New York.
Are we?
Or-
We have a New
No,
York.
it is
It's
more
more
actually
likely to
exactly-
get Tripoli.
No,
Because you
we-
said there were only 2 New Yorks in that pile
and
of
there's
8.
1 Tripoli, so they're exactly
Oh.
the same number.
I thought there were 2
So
Tripolis.
I guess would we rather lose a population and go down to 3 in Tripoli, or
Protect New York.
not gain a population and stay at 2 in New York?
Oh yeah, we are fine with that.
Oh, right, yeah, I forgot about that.
Go to Tripoli.
Yeah, go to Tripoli.
Go
Right,
to
we
Tripoli.
got the research on that.
So I will move to Washington, and then I will. Let me just make sure I can.
Yeah.
Discard the card that matches. No, sorry. Discard a card to move to the city named on the card, provided you can trace a sea route to it. I can. Boop. Making place.
Yep.
Okay.
Jacksonville. Tripoli with foundations.
Where are the rationed events? There's 6 in there.
Jacksonville.
Okay.
Cairo. Okay, well, we
You
survive
survived that
another
turn.
turn.
Survive that.
You
turn.
have 2 cubes on you. You can reinforce Lagos.
Yes.
And Jacksonville.
And Jacksonville.
I'm gonna do a.
Although, should we wait on Jacksonville? Well, how many Jacksonville?
There were 2. Because there was one already, and then another one came from the.
But there's going to be a New York coming soon.
There is going to be.
Well, no, the other one isn't in the tops.
Yeah,
was it not? I thought it
No,
was.
because what we drew on the top this time, or from the bottom this time, was Lagos. That was the one before that.
Excuse me.
So
I think that New York and Lagos.
okay.
If we're trying to extend it.
You can reinforce New York.
Yes, I can. So let me just think of my actions. If I do one action to place 2 here,
No.
that's 1. 2,
Make place.
3, then make place. So 2 of them.
Right.
Because I'm also-
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not doing it.
There we go.
Alrighty.
We have some. Can I go for it?
Thank you! Fucking God.
Extended forecast.
Okay. All right. What's the second one?
New York.
New York.
Which-
All right. I have to get rid of something.
New York.
New York.
Well, being able to fly to New York is
Or
pretty useful.
Sale.
Mm-hmm.
So should I get rid of?
No, well, because we haven't
We don't have a
actually.
lot of
Oh,
blacks.
but we weren't intending to put anything in black.
Well, we have to make. Yeah,
Right,
we were playing
flying
yellow
on
and
blue.
blues.
Yeah,
right?
yellows and blues. Yeah, so get rid of Istanbul probably
Yeah.
because it's come up less often.
Can I do
Tripoli.
2 searches in 1 action? Or 1 turn?
I
don't-
think so.
Search
As
is
long
just
as you-
one action.
Yeah.
So I can check that
Yeah,
off.
because you don't have to discard the card.
So I can check that off.
So should I do immediately?
So here's. Yes.
Yes, I think I should.
Yes.
All right. Top 8 cards of the infection.
Because there is a possibility that we lose.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right.
All right.
Let's see, what would we have gotten? We would have gotten Cairo and
We would have
Chicago.
lost.
We would have
Yeah.
lost.
So
All
good
right.
job.
That was good. That was
was
good.
good timing.
All right. So
All right.
Cairo. So the ones that will immediately outbreak are Jacksonville and Cairo. So put
Okay.
those on the bottom.
Oh, no
straight.
Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So
B.
Cairo and what else do we got?
All right, so Cairo should definitely be on the bottom. You've got Chicago, Lagos, New York, Tripoli, LA, another Tripoli, and London.
Tripoli.
So definitely put the second Tripoli down there as
On
far
the
as
bottom.
possible.
Cool.
I think London and LA should be the.
London and LA should
Because they're tough to get
because
to.
London's important and Los Angeles in particular is really tough to get to.
And
So-
New York, more or less, we can get to.
So New York, Chicago, Lagos, and Tripoli is what I've got.
I'd say New York. No. New York should be on the top. 'Cause they got
Yeah, New York and Lagos, then Cairo or Chicago and Tripoli, then London and LA,
Yeah.
then Cairo
That
and
sounds
the other Tripoli.
Cool.
It does mean that we're going to get back-to-back Tripolis, though.
No, we have London, LA.
Ah, right. Okay, yeah.
There's one in between the Tripolis.
Provided we don't.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. And now we infect.
And now we have 2 of these.
So
New York,
New York and Lagos.
Lagos. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That was clutch.
That was
That was
good.
good.
Okay, my turn.
All right.
Should I just go to Buenos Aires and search my ass off?
Do it.
I would, yeah.
I mean, that'll literally complete
2.
one of our things.
Here's the
I have
quarter.
the Quarter of Destiny.
The
All right.
quarter of
So
destiny.
this is only, I think, the second search action we've ever taken.
So I
Second
go
and
to
third.
Second and third.
Yeah, so I go to Buenos Aires and I'm gonna search the land first.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Found Opal Laboratory.
Yes! What does that do?
Okay. Here we go. Okay, we got boxes stolen.
Ooh.
Or
like this.
tabs, I don't know if which was.
Alright.
Found Opal Laboratory, one of 4 labs seeking a cure. Someone at the lab has offered to join us. We might get a new player character.
Maybe we can remove play cubes now!
Open the following doors if you have not done so already. 18 and 20.
18 and 20. Alright.
Alright.
Okay, searching is coming in clutch.
Searching is coming in clutch.
Do we have, like, the paper towel of wiping?
Paper towel of wiping, there we go. Alright. Cool.
Quarter of Destiny.
Immediately create this character using the stickers below and add it to the pool of characters. The Immunologist. When doing the Make Supplies action, you may take the supply cubes from the reserve instead of the stockpile.
Yo! That's next turn. That's next game.
Yep. And the tagline here is, continuing the work of my grandfather, who told stories of helping during the worldwide crisis.
Where's your paper towel subject? Oh, there.
Yep, there should be.
All right. And this is, you found us. Finally, someone from the Havens. Have you found our leaders? They've been gone since the summit. We stopped using our satellite towers to broadcast for help since it attracted the Hollow Men. We've made a breakthrough that should help, and I know other labs have as well. Some of our scientists left to visit Lake Baikal, since that's where the primary lab was located. If there is a cure, it would come from there. Although, no one's heard from them in decades. Open the following doors. 61. A little tiny door.
Okay, this was useful.
Yes, this was very useful.
And we still have another search left.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, hey. Our first red. Lake Baikal. Which goes where exactly the fuck?
Where's the,
40 north, 100 east.
Okay. If anyone in chat or in the comments later on has an idea
So it is in Siberia.
for the name of the
I know it's
Would you like to apply it?
No, I don't want to.
I'll do it.
I don't trust myself.
30.
I was never a great kid with stickers.
Well, hang on. 13. Alright. William, hold this, but don't actually look at it yet.
Nope, got it.
And 30. Jacob, if you want to read that one.
Cool. Alright, we have laboratories. Opal, Topaz, Pearl, and Jade. When you find a laboratory, add the matching sticker next to its city on the board.
That's probably those.
No, should I read these?
Yep. Come
Yep.
on. Breakthroughs. When you find a lab, check its box and gain its ability. Oh man, this is Opal, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm gonna read off Opal's first. When you do the Make Supplies action, take one additional supply cube if you're in a haven or a supply center.
Okay, alright. Finally.
We just needed this breakthrough.
Finally.
Holy shit.
Oh, no,
this is
here's
going to make me so powerful. Like, this is going to make me amazing.
Okay, do you want me to read the rest or?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
we haven't gotten to them yet.
Well, this is a sticker that you apply to the board.
Oh, this is
You apply in
okay.
slot 13,
Gotcha.
so I'm figuring I may as well read them all
Yeah,
now.
you might as well read them. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go for it.
Jade, when we find this one, remove a maximum of one supply cube during step 2 of each epidemic card.
that is very useful.
And Topaz is discard a player card matching the color of a just drawn infection card to prevent one supply cube from being removed from that city.
The fact that it says prevent one instead of no, like make sure that none are removed makes me think that we're gonna have like infections that are worse than removing a single cube.
And then Pearl is
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, because of the
bottom.
that. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
and Pearl is unknown. A possible cure.
Pearl's probably like the.
And so this is a sticker for
So this is Opal.
part 13. That is
This was Opal
level,
Buenos Aires
so,
was?
found Opal Laboratory.
Okay.
Yeah, it has the little laboratory sticker or symbol.
The best part is my turn's not even over yet.
No, it's not. You have one more search. There could be even more.
We
We could survive.
go above. Is that what we want to do? Where do we want to put the Opal?
Yeah, put it above. I think. Makes sense. It's a little bit close to Sao Paulo.
And it does mean that if we want to go from Sao Paulo to Santiago, we'll have to cross over it, but
That's fine.
I'm okay with that. That doesn't break any rules because it's not actually like a mechanical thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is, you said 13?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Alright, second search action.
Shall I do the fucking fourth action on my turn?
Yeah.
Let's see what's in the sea.
Now we find the Hollow Men.
Shit, fuck.
It's like, one really good thing, one really bad thing. And also we check
Okay, this is closer to Chicago. We discovered a long-lost supply cache on the Falklands. Put 3 supply cubes into this city from the reserve instead of the stockpile.
I'll take it.
I'll totally take that.
Which is pick up supplies a free action?
Yes.
Yeah, pick up supplies is a free action. So yeah, there's 5 there now. Pick some of that shit up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up.
Oh, we haven't even drawn from Buenos Aires even once, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up 3.
Buenos Aires is ridiculous.
Just because I have the feeling that if we do get an infection on Buenos Aires, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
For
I
the
mean,
laboratory.
yeah, and it's population 2, which means there are 2 infection cards. So 2 is enough to
Should be fine. All right.
in the like an absolute worst case scenario.
So that means. So this means whenever I make the make supplies action, I take one
You
additional.
take 1 additional supply cube
Oh,
if
man.
you are in a haven or supply center.
This is gonna be so good
Which
for me.
he is
Yes,
right
at the
now.
moment.
This is gonna be so good for me. I'm just gonna be like bouncing.
Pretty amazing. Okay, and we have completed 2 searches.
Immunologist.
So that was a fucking.
That was
That was a
amazing.
great
That was a
turn.
stellar turn.
Okay.
And now I have to draw my fucking cards.
Sorry,
Yes.
knocking that there. This is just a thing. Okay.
It'd be a fucking epidemic just to balance out all this good.
No, this good balanced out all the bad.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Exactly. Greg, could you pass the Dr. Pepper?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
All right.
Produce
Now I'll draw my 2 cards, if you please. It's gonna be a ration event too.
supplies.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, things are fucking shit. Well,
I guess that summarizes the thing. Things are fucking shit.
things were starting to look good.
All right, what do we got on bottom?
Istanbul.
Not Constantinople. All right.
I think we lose.
No. No.
Is it theoretically possible we
Let's see.
don't?
Let's see.
We're drawing 3 cards now.
We are drawing 3 cards. So currently, we will lose on Jacksonville, Istanbul,
Yeah.
and if we draw both Lagos, New York, we still have 1. Cairo, we will lose.
Okay.
We have a
So there are 3 cards we can pick and not lose.
Out of 6.
out of 7
Okay, so we have a slightly.
Well, no,
better-
we can only pick 1 New York, so we will lose.
or 1 Lagos.
Okay. Well, no, but
Either way,
what I'm saying is that we can only draw a maximum of 2 cards and not lose.
there's a
Okay, draw.
reasonably high chance that we lose.
There's a, I think at this point it's 100% chance. But we got the laboratory up,
We got the laboratory
which
up.
was so clutch.
Oh, God.
We wasted the second search action, but I
So
think it's
here's the
worth
thing: if we don't lose, and if we don't lose, I can go move, make 2 cubes, move, and drop.
Yeah.
So I can reinforce Istanbul with 2 cubes,
Yeah.
but then we probably lose from Jacksonville.
Or Cairo.
There's a reasonable chance that we lose next turn if we
Okay.
don't lose this turn.
Lagos.
Okay, still okay so far.
Pretty much, if we get New York, Lagos, and there was one other one I think that we were. No.
I don't
that
think.
was
I
wrong.
think we do.
Cairo,
regardless.
we're gone.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
All right, so
Which is fine.
3rd cube is placed. We tick up. So
God damn it, Jacksonville.
fucking Jacksonville. Fuck you.
The worst part is we didn't even draw the lockdown, Jacksonville.
Right? All right.
Draw
So
the other shit.
we instantly lose. That was relatively quick. How long have we been playing?
We've been playing for 38 minutes.
All right. Good job. And we've been
But-
streaming for 38 minutes.
Yeah.
We got something.
We got something
permanently
really good.
out
Yeah,
of it.
especially because there's so many times when you're like making here and then distributing.
Exactly.
This
That's
is
what I'm
gonna be
saying. This
so
is going to be
good.
so good for me. Like, this is going to be amazing.
Also, just to point it out, we are 1 loss away,
That's true. So
Bravo.
hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and
and I
record
don't.
this
I don't want that. Is the thing.
Me neither.
All right.
Team Bravo killed the score last game. We didn't have to deal with it, so I don't want to deal with fucking turning point 2.
I don't either.
Okay. So what's today? 3:31.
30.
30.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm much happier with this loss than the March losses because we got something concrete.
Yes.
5,
Yes,
6,
we did.
7, 8, 9,
Actually,
10,
could you
11,
pass
12,
the,
13, 14, 15.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
can
fun stuff.
evaluate.
So.
There were some extra ones, right?
I think we drew some. We got some new ones.
Greg, do you have those?
Extra one. What's?
Didn't we
Didn't we
draw
get
a new
extra
thing at the
things?
start of April?
Oh, yeah,
New
we
game
did.
and upgrades. Yeah, because there's nothing here. Although we have to create the immunologist. So I will put that there, which Vix can switch off, I'm thinking.
I'll find these in a second.
Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead.
Okay, well, we're gonna have 8 fucking rationing.
Yeah, this is the first time in any of our Pandemic Legacy games that we've gotten to this.
I think that's probably true.
And this is our 4th Pandemic Legacy game.
Alright.
We'll look for it.
Yeah, we'll look for it here in a minute. Okay, so game end steps. Clarifications. Game end. Alright. Where the fuck? Where the fuck? Oh.
It's on the back.
Here the fuck. Okay, so first of all, population. Alright, so Jacksonville goes to 1, Lagos goes to 1, Cairo stays static, and Denver and New York each increase. So we need 2 1s, a 3, and a 4. Which did you grab?
I got one of the ones. Jacksonville is just going to be like a stack of stickers.
It's going to be a gigantic stack of stickers. I got the 4.
Alright, I'm going to get the other one.
Okay, and I'll get the 3. Which means New York will no longer be struggling, but surviving.
That's nice.
That's encouraging. We have not yet pushed any city up to recovering.
No.
But that's okay. I think it's only a matter of time. Yo, Opal Lab. So
That is
clutch.
clutch. Alright.
Okay, we'll deal with that in a minute.
Yeah.
I just had a brainwave. Okay, and then so we decreased, we increased. Check the legacy deck. We were paused. So let's see. Oh, only one thing. Open the following. Just right now.
Yeah.
Open the following door. 42. The meaning of life, the universe, and everything.
Alright. You win.
Jesus Christ.
Now find the question. Now find what you win.
Alright, 42. This looks like a rules sticker
Probably.
based on the dimensions. Infection card improvements. Broken Link. They cost 1 each.
Okay.
After discarding this card, any player may discard a player card to stop drawing infection cards for the rest of this turn.
Oh.
This has no effect during setup and epidemics.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's actually
Okay.
that's pretty good.
That is, yeah, that's fairly useful.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing if it did work during setup. Draw 1 card instead of 9.
Yeah. No, not happening.
Yeah, somebody clearly in the dev team was like, no.
Yeah.
I reject that on hand.
Yep.
Okay, so first of all, let's clear everything
Wait,
off the board.
Is that all we are doing with the
Oh,
board?
spend production units.
Yes. Let's
So
do
this
that
is
first.
this is what we have to find the upgrades for. So this is
That's her.
oh that's
Or
her. Okay.
I don't know.
Him. Them.
Them.
Easy peasy.
Yep.
When in doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Neutral pronouns are cool.
Yep.
This is important. Crashing events. Other shit. Where did I put those? Oh, here they are.
Okay.
No, these are scars. These are upgrades. Permanent supply. Oh, no, that's okay. Fucking shit. Infested cities, scars. All of this is scars. All I see is scars.
Too many scars.
Too many scars. Too many cooks. Alright. I'm gonna report right now. Aha! Here we go. Character abilities. Alright. Outrider 3. You may do the recon action with 1 fewer card. That's this. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's why it costs 3.
Especially because that's still
Foreman. When doing the established supply line, spend 1 fewer supply cubes.
Okay.
Once facilitator, once on your turn, as an action, you may take any 1 player card from a character in your location. So this is the inverse of instructor.
Yeah.
And
Honestly,
those each cost 2.
The
Explore any of this. So,
okay, interesting. All right.
so
And we can we improve any character, or is it just the ones that we've been playing?
I think it's any character.
you cannot place the even one who did not play in the most recent game.
Cool.
Okay, so
Question is, do we want to give it to the immunologist so they come right in?
That's the question.
Assuming we play the immunologist.
so here's the question: we're keeping you because you're
Yes.
a god. We're keeping you because you can get people out of dangerous situations.
Right.
So Do we think that the ability to bring in cubes from outside of the game is more useful than being able to trade cards?
So I will say this: in the last 3 games that we've had, we haven't had an issue with too few cubes in the stockpile. We've had an issue with too few cubes on the board.
True. This is very true.
Like, that has been the issue. So, though I think if the immunologist is useful, I don't know if they are as useful as being able to trade cards as much. And what are the other 2 characters that we have right now?
The other 2 characters that we have
Radio operator.
The radio operator. Whenever you do the transfer supplies free action, you may give or take supply cubes from a player in any location, which is starting to look really good now that we're having like force multipliers for how many cubes we produce.
Yeah.
Or the laborer, you may do the build supply center action with 1 fewer cards if you spend 2 supply cubes. I'm still generally unimpressed by that because
we
spending
don't
supply
have them
cubes
on
is
hand.
bad.
Yeah, for us currently spending supply
So,
cubes is not
I think
working.
so. All right, so the laborer is a no.
Yeah.
Which means if I'm going to rotate out the instructor, it would be either for the immunologist, which probably not given the problems that you said that we have. So it's going to be for the radio operator.
Okay.
Which is the transfer supply thing.
The question is there an upgrade that would work in great synergy with the radio operator?
I don't know if there's anything that works in great synergy with a radio operator. I think that actually the what's it called? The new upgrade, the facilitator, can work very well with the instructor.
What's the facilitator do?
That's the one that you can take.
Yeah, so that definitely
Because that lets you be a give and take.
Yeah.
Like that just means that you are cardage.
Yeah, which I'm a role that I'm happy to be.
And I mean, like that I think will work.
How many total do we have to spend?
We got 4 production units,
Yeah.
and we didn't get the bonus for winning, so we have 4 total to spend. Facilitator would be half of that.
Yeah, that would be 2. Also, we got these 2.
I would like
Broken Link, which means that each of these costs 1. After discarding this card, any player may discard a player card to stop drawing infection cards for the rest of this turn. So, during this, if this comes up, that happens. Sorry, you were saying?
So, one of the things that... So, alright. Let's say the key problem that we're having.
Yes.
There are 2 key problems that we're having. One is getting the right cards in the right places.
Mm-hmm.
The other is getting and keeping supply on the board.
Yeah.
Well stocked. If there are 2 or more supply cubes in this city when this card is drawn, do not remove any supply cubes.
I think
those cost 1 each.
Yeah. They're very, very useful. I think that we should
here's the thing, though. Should we only drop 1 of those and increase either Jacksonville or Lagos? Because they're both at 1. And that could be a real resource investment to get both of them back up. Getting 1 back up will still be difficult. Getting 2 back up will take like an entire... I mean, we had 4. We'll have 5 if we win the next game, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
That will take the majority of our game end upgrades just to move them back up, and they will both get the Infection Star.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's a valid point. The other one that I will just put out there, I think that it's this one that we were talking about that would be great for me, the Helmsman. Being able to move, drive ferry.
Stupid good.
Like, I don't think that we should do that this turn because it costs too much. It costs 3.
Yeah.
But in general, that is one that I think Triss would be really good with, because then I could literally just go anywhere that I want and just be like,
right,
give all of the supplies.
So I'm thinking after this discussion,
Yep.
Facilitator for Vix.
Yep.
Well stocked on a card. And I know it's a gambler's fallacy, but I'm leaning more towards raising Jacksonville's population than Lagos's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that's very... I like that. Yes.
I mean, the other odds are if we draw the Jacksonville that has the lockdown, we can get rid of it, which will lower.
I did just have a brainwave.
Mm-hmm.
Lagos is how we recon Africa. If a city is forsaken, you can't take the recon action there.
That is true.
Lagos. There's no 2 ways about it.
And then play defense on Jacksonville.
Yeah. Which is also easier to do simply because it's in a more well-traveled corridor.
Yeah. And there are still 3 Lagos cards.
Lagos is starting to turn into a stack as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that mean do we want to put well-stocked on So what do we want to be the target for our well-stocked? I think Lagos is a decent choice. London is a good choice.
Well, the thing is, do we want to invest more into London? Because we already invested and used lockdown for London.
True. All right,
there is one
let's go.
Should we use it on Lagos?
I mean, we already used lockdown on Jacksonville, so I
Yeah.
don't think we need to worry about that. I mean, yeah, exactly.
Why'd you say that?
Hey, we're in between games. I'm not tempting fate right now.
We already lost once.
They'll hear you.
Right. Do we want to do Lagos?
Gods.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I think so. Let's make Lagos well stocked. At least on one of the cards out of 3.
Also, should we hold off on naming the guy if we're not going
Yeah, let's see if we get some more stream engagement. Maybe we can.
If anyone who is watching us has any ideas for our the name of our
37
immunologist.
Did you choose 37 or
No, it's on the card.
It was on the card. Okay.
Yeah. Home, Buenos Aires, age 37.
Oh.
So that's actually another interesting thing. Since you start in your home,
Mhm.
this person starts in Buenos Aires,
That's interesting.
which can give us some more coverage.
Well, I mean, we already have very good coverage.
We do have good coverage. I'm just saying that we can also get.
Yeah.
We can start in new places, which is interesting.
All right.
There.
Lagos is right there.
Okay, so I gotta organize all this shit.
Yep. So we have spent all of our points.
Okay.
And now we will go ahead and reset up. Yeah, I should probably do
Where did the
This
upgrades
was
go?
so useful. Yeah, game end upgrades.
Yeah, there was like a small stack. Hey there.
Okay, so Buenos Aires, that was a good search spend. Second was meh because we lost it, but
I mean, that's okay.
if we hadn't have drawn an epidemic then, we would have been fine.
Yeah,
and that was a really soon epidemic.
That was a quick epidemic, yeah.
All right,
Like,
so
it was 1 or 2 turns after
I
the
assume
last one, I think.
I assume we're happy with the ration event cards that we already have.
Yep.
So I'm not going to bother unshuffling those.
Let's get 2 more.
One
I
Quiet
hate
Night and Team Bravo.
One Quiet Night. Yeah, what's the Team Bravo do?
Take up to 2 supply cubes from the stockpile. Put them onto any location.
Okay.
Good. Data transfer. What's data transfer?
2 players anywhere on the board can swap 1 player card from their hands. So the advantage of that is that it's both ways, which is kind of nice.
Did you add your?
I didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, wait a minute, don't forget to add your game and upgrade for Vex.
You paid for it, goddammit.
Yeah, exactly. We already paid for it, man.
So we got Facilitator, a well-stocked, and population raise in Lagos.
Yes, exactly. That is what we got.
So basically, then, at no time should Lagos ever be allowed to drop below 2 supply, because otherwise, well stocked is pointless.
Yeah. Keep that at 2. All right.
God, well-stocked can be really useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially since, like, if you draw 2 in a row, they still both do nothing.
Yeah.
Which is
That's
amazing.
Great. Yeah. That's great.
All right. These are over Schmear.
No, only one of them does nothing. Because only one of them will have well stocked. Unless we put this in.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
And if they're drawn wrong, they can both still have an effect.
Yeah. They're drawn in the wrong order.
Not to tear down your point.
I hate you guys.
Oh, and here's 3 more. I think they were from the reserve, though, because I got them from the Falklands search.
Yes. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27.
Yep. Cool.
Guys, remember February when we won the first time?
Wasn't that awesome?
That was great.
Oh, good times. That whole...
Remember February, the last time we won?
Remember 2 months ago? Yeah, what happened to those kids? They were so fresh-faced and exuberant.
Well, actually, we weren't because we just came off of saltiness in January.
Yeah, well, like, we won the second half of January.
And we won February in the same session.
Yeah. And we were riding high.
We were.
Beautiful time to be alive.
We just need to have better luck with the goddamn rationed events.
Not only, and to produce supplies.
Yeah, like seriously, we have had terrible luck.
We've had one produce supplies in the past 2 games.
And we had one ration. Well, we had the unrationed event, but we had one ration event drone this entire game.
I will point out that unrationed event actually did save New York.
And it allowed us to search Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
Which proved to be valuable.
Yeah.
It proved to be
Opal is going to be still good. Oh, right. So this was the thing. We'll get all set up. We'll get done. And then I do want to point out, I think you're right about the coordinates. We can figure out where they each are and see if maybe one of them corresponds to the city that's already on the map.
Yeah.
Which means search the shit out of that.
Right.
Which
okay, so we said yes to One Quiet Night, and then are we liking data transfer or Team Bravo?
I say...
Can I say Team Bravo? But I don't know.
I'll go Team Bravo.
Yeah, especially since we just got me facilitator.
Exactly, that's why I was saying. Like, I looked over at your card, I'm like, wait a minute, why didn't you put that on? Didn't we buy that?
26... Oh, wait.
26 south.
I'm
we said it was like here, right?
Yeah.
That was that one?
Might be a little closer to there.
Madagascar, South Africa, something like that.
Wait.
India.
No, that's definitely That's definitely here. Because that's 40. That's like here even. So yeah, that's South Africa. That's got to be right there.
Okay.
It's the belt. So that's Jade. Opal.
Yeah, we already found it.
Does that correspond though? Or is it just fluff? 34 south, 58 north?
34 south,
58 west?
West.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Then yes, it does.
North and south?
Okay, so that does correspond. So Topaz is 41 south.
It's way down here.
Here.
Australia.
Almost certainly because it's 174 east. Yeah.
Yep, that's way the shit over here.
Sydney.
Yep. Cool.
So we're not going to run into that. And then Peridot, which is 53 north and question mark.
It's
gonna be there.
Okay, so that's fine. We don't have to worry about like super exploring any labs. I was maybe hoping one of them was going to be Atlanta.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
So. Alright, set up. I say we go ahead and start with the same thing as we did before. Two definitely in Lagos.
2 in every city that we can.
Polo, Tripoli.
I would say do the exact same thing, except do exactly the same thing. Leave the one in Cairo again because it's got research stations.
Yeah.
2 in Jacksonville.
For sure.
Fucking Jacksonville.
Goddamn Jacksonville.
I hate you so much.
Love not say so much.
Some wizarding war? Fuck this. I'm just gonna get my gene.
I forgot London.
Are we allowed to put things in Mexico City?
Well, yeah. But
It is technically still on the grid.
How many infection cards are there
up.
from Mexico City?
Just one.
Just one?
It's equal. The number of
From
infection
Mexico
cards
City?
that we get is equal to starting population.
And then one more for somewhere else.
Washington, that's what it was. We only put one. Kept had one in Washington last time.
That's right.
It's
That
got
was
such
the
a high population.
that was the other concern.
Hey, Starry! Welcome.
Hello.
Wait,
Thanks for tuning in.
how did this happen? Oh, I think last time we put 0 in Mexico City because I didn't give a shit. I was like, it's already forsaken. Who cares?
Sorry about that, viewers.
Hey, sorry. Welcome back. You caught us right between games. We just lost our 3rd game in a row. Lost the 1st game in April. We do. I don't know if you saw this, but we have the immunologist now.
Oh yeah, we got a name. Where's
so
your name?
if you want to name this Buenos Aires native, we would love to hear your input.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
gonna be so pissed off that he's Argentinian, not Brazilian.
But yeah, and what we're playing today, because I don't think you've tuned into one of these before, this is called Pandemic Legacy. And it is a game
needs a
in
new
which
pair of shoes.
we are pretty much
I got supplies.
it's like post-apocalyptic
Rainbow,
kind of
otherwise.
thing where we're trying to
And
re-explore
two
the world
cities that
after
are
the disease
household.
pretty much destroyed it. And let me just make sure that I'm doing this right. And then and so we're trying to keep that and prevent disease from spreading, trying to keep supplies going to everyone. I am Triss Arkin, the farmer, and I get to go ahead and do a lot of things with supply cubes. We've got Will here, who is Caleb.
Administrator.
And he is the administrator. He gets to move us all around. Greg is playing Vix, who is the instructor, who has the ability to give us all these cards. So we have these cards, and a lot of the game is based on these. The colors matter because it's like each of the cities has a certain color. You've got North America and Northern Europe, which are blue, and then you've got South America, which is yellow, and then you've got to the east here, which is black.
And eventually we'll have red.
Produce supplies takes from stockpile, not from reserves. Correct.
Cool.
Because that would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Just burn one of those, bring out 9 friggin'.
That would have been nice.
Or no, all and these two. So, oh my god, that'd be. Oh
That would've been
man, that's so beautiful.
But in general, like what you use the cards for is different objectives. Like for example, you've got.
Yeah, okay, there's
fine. Everything's fine.
You've got. We have to build supply centers. So that's one of the things. We have to build 3 new supply centers in order to win, along with 2 other victory conditions. Building a supply center costs 5 cards of that color. So if you have 5 cards of blue, for example, and you are on New York, you can then go ahead and build a supply center in New York. And we start with 2 permanent ones because we made them permanent. Then we have Jacksonville, or like the yellow card and that kind of stuff. But there are also things like here, here, and here, which are searches, or recon, sorry, where we're trying to explore more of the world. They need, like, this one needs 4 different blue cards. This one needs 4 different black cards. This one needs 5 different yellow cards. So we need those for that. And otherwise, we're just trying to deliver supplies and keep things from going to shit. We're also, certain cards have searches on them, which we are looking for in the deck, and when we get there, we might get some nice benefits from them. And yeah, that's mostly the game. What happens is we infect.
We get screwed. That's what
happens. Yeah. We infect cards every starting at the beginning of the game.
Turn.
And every turn we draw at least 2 cards, and when we do, we take a supply cube off of that city. If a city doesn't have supply cubes that you're supposed to take off, then you have to put a plague cube, which are these neon green ones.
Sinister green cubes.
And if we place 8 of those, we lose. And there are, I think, only 8 of them there. So,
yep.
Awesome.
What are the other loss conditions?
If
we get to the bottom of this deck.
If we get to the bottom of that deck and haven't reached any victory conditions,
yeah.
Or...
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, it's different than the original Pandemic. We have 3 sea havens, which are just like floating islands. It sounds good.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, we're definitely hoping that we win as well, because we're tired of getting just stomped.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, if we lose one more time, we scratch off this card.
Yep. Which is just like here are some training wheels, we think.
That's exactly what that card is.
And it's going to really kill the end of campaign final score.
Don't kill my vibe.
And other than that, but yes, sorry, if you can think of any names that for this character right here, we would be very, very glad to name them.
Yeah.
Because we usually think that it's fun to have people name our characters. And they're from Buenos Aires, they're 37-year-old, and they are an immunologist.
Washington!
Son of every bitch.
God damn it! Green cube already!
Go.
Shit.
Jacksonville.
Motherfucking Jacksonville.
Istanbul.
I hate you.
Not Constantinople.
That's 5. Cairo.
6.
Istanbul.
Motherfucker.
That's 7. Tripoli.
Well, I guess I know where I'm going.
Jacksonville. Neither of them are the lockdown! Where's the lockdown card?
Damn it. Oh, there we go. We got a name.
Mateo
Lopez.
Shit, all
Yeah,
right.
there we go.
I dig
That's
it.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks, sorry.
Kind of want to call him Lopez, like from Red vs. Blue.
Lopez.
There we go. Alrighty. And so... Alright.
What the hell?
God damn it. Well, we're starting with only one blood cube.
Should we burn one of these and just... Well, should
let's take a look.
not fully.
Let's see who starts. You do.
No, that's me.
Oh,
Again.
you were.
Our fingers
Your
were
fingers were
different
over
space.
each other.
Yep.
Do you have to do that as an action?
Yes.
It's an action. And I have to do it while I'm in a haven or supply center. Which the thing is, assuming we get two, normal supply QB ones.
All right.
All right.
So, Jacob, pick a place and reinforce that place. You've got two cities in each of two directions. Washington and Jacksonville, or Istanbul and Cairo, that both need reinforcing.
I could also do Jacksonville and Istanbul.
You could do what now?
Jacksonville and Istanbul. That might not be a bad thought.
Because
I don't think we need
one
to get
action,
the
I take two here, boom, put them there. That's one action.
You're not blue.
I am not blue.
Okay. Yes, I see now.
Yes.
How that can work.
Because I actually, I can't, doing Washington, I could do Washington and Jacksonville as well.
No, Jacksonville and Istanbul. You're
Yeah.
right. I think that's a better
Alright, so my
also
first
two
action
Washingtons were drawn.
will be
two of
the
all.
exact boom there. Alright, that's one action.
Yeah, it is.
God,
Two.
bless this research lab.
3.
So?
4.
So I don't think we have a problem getting cubes on the board anymore.
Yeah, I think we've solved
I'm
it.
just saying. That is not a problem that we have.
Alrighty.
So that's my actions.
Draw your cards.
God damn. You are so good.
Istanbul and...
Friggin'
Mother!
good lord!
Goddamn fucking
Good God!
head!
Alright.
I mean, the good thing is we reinforce on this.
Flip it.
Fucking
Buenos Aires. Oh, fuck.
Alright.
Although there's a 1 in 10 chance of that.
Yeah.
Alright. God! Mother!
Well, draw your second. No,
No, I already
that
did.
was your
That
second
was my
card.
second card.
We increase.
Fucking A.
What are the odds, man? What are the odds?
Frustration!
The odds are frustration. The odds are frustrate.
Good gosh matter.
We have 100% chance of frustration at the moment.
This just ends north high front of frustration. It's frustration time.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, let's
Frickin' Jaguars
see
losing
what the
Frickin'
shit
fourth
happens.
quarter all over again, every single time.
Except this is first quarter.
Yeah. This ain't good.
Alright, what do we got?
It's the fourth quarter if we count that.
True. Jacksonville.
That's good, that's good, that's good.
And Jackson.
Go
I
to
have a
your
Jacksonville!
go to your
I can
home.
do this! I can do this! I can do this!
Go to your house and fucking
Don't worry about Jacksonville at the
be
moment.
there.
Do not worry.
I would say we don't have to worry about Jacksonville.
Yeah, because they're both
Definitely
out.
drop your one there at least.
No, I'd rather do him doing it in Washington.
I'd rather drop it in Washington.
Oh, you do have a
than
Washington.
Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, mother.
Well,
Well, at least we didn't outbreak.
I can use this locally,
yeah.
and I could pick it up, give it to one of y'all, and I move you to me.
You're blue, right? Yeah.
So I use the local action, so that's one.
Okay. And now I'm just...
It's not ruined from the game. Just go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, is that affected at all by Opal?
No, I don't think so. It says Phil.
When you do the make supplies action.
Yeah, it is the make supplies action.
And that is the produce supplies action. Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to make sure, because
No,
Yeah,
no,
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 helpful
that's
if we got a bunch more.
It
That
would.
would be nice.
Yeah, no, you're smart.
So I can drop one into Washington, I think is good turn 2.
Agreed. I am actually relatively happy where I am because I can trade cards with Jacob.
Yeah.
But whoever, she's going to move one of us.
I don't have to move one of you.
Yeah.
Is drop supplies free?
No.
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 Crap.
What are... You've done how many actions? One?
Well, then
I've
again,
done 2.
2.
so
What
I
was your
will
second
say,
I produced supplies and I dropped in Washington.
I will say that if you're going to move anyone away, move Jacob, because on my turn I'm going to produce, move, drop. in Cairo to reinforce Cairo, which precludes me from using these. So,
would you have any benefit from saving an action? Because I could move myself to you and give you these for free. I could also do that with Jacob, which it might be more effective with him.
Saving an action would give me the ability to trade or take a card from one of you guys.
But the only thing I'm saying is it might be more useful for me to give these to Jacob because he's a good dispersal
units.
Sure. Person.
But Greg is going to be, I think, honestly, moving to. Yep. No, that wouldn't make sense. Maybe just moving here, giving them to Greg, because then Greg can do both Tripoli and Cairo.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I
move,
can.
drop, move, drop.
Yeah, I can.
And that way, both of them can have 2, and because both of them are on the deck.
Yep. All right. That sounds
good. I think that's good because then we can take care of that in one turn rather than having to split them.
Wait, which ones have 2 on the deck?
Tripoli and Cairo.
Cairo only has 1.
No, both of them only have 1. But currently, that's like
that's true.
The only problem children right now. Cairo is the biggest problem child. Buenos Aires is also a big issue.
Someone needs to get down there. I'm saying you on your turn.
Me, yeah, I'm gonna have to go 1, 2, and then do that. Yeah.
Can I transfer supplies disproportionately? So if I move to Providence,
I think so.
Could I give like Jacob 1 and Greg 2?
No, and other players.
Oh, but either way, I think you should give him the 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
You could
any
do
number
multiple.
of free actions.
Yeah, you could do any number. He could technically.
Well, that is a
do
good
that.
point.
So I could split it up, and I think
still,
it might be
no.
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 Okay.
I think it's still better to give Greg those just so that he can reinforce both Tripoli and Cairo.
Okay.
Yeah,
because he's going to drop 1 there and 2 there, and that's going to be 3. And he can only do that if he has all.
The other thing is, if the game state changes, if we draw one of the 2 of those in between my turn, your turn, and my turn, then I can just free action trade them to Jacob.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
okay.
There's no reason
I'll
for me
move
not to.
Montgomery to Providence. Give that to you. I have 1 action left,
Mm-hmm.
with which I cannot remote drop.
Make supplies. You're in a haven. You'd get 2.
Yeah. Honestly.
No.
Because you need them.
Well, if you make supplies, you can just give them to me.
Yeah.
That's 1 less action.
You
for
can
me.
take them rather.
Well, it's a free action. You can just give it to me.
No, but I'm assuming you'd be leaving here before that. So.
No, his last action of this.
My
turn
last action would be to make 2.
Oh,
to
okay,
make
yeah, I follow.
supplies. And that he can then just give to me.
Yeah. Okay, I'll make those 2.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
And you can give them to me as a free action.
Okay, yeah. Boom, I have distributed 5 supply cubes.
You done
Yes,
good.
you done
All
good.
right,
Good turn.
so. Nice.
Russian
Drastic
vet.
measures.
Just remove plague,
And
2 plague group.
Lagos with foundations.
Nice.
Okay.
That's good.
So we're
Good point.
60% of the way to a yellow supply center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wait, you can take. Could you take Washington?
Yeah, you could.
I could, but not if I'm reinforcing both of these.
That's true.
Infect.
2 cards. Buenos
Aires.
Aires.
I can use this and remove it from Washington and
Buenos
Buenos Aires if we want.
In a moment. First, draw your next card.
London.
Right.
Yoink. Just now defenseless. But that was the only card there, so we're good for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Especially since we drew that one so early. Statistically, we've got a while before the next one.
Do we want to use drastic measures right now and get rid of Washington and Buenos Aires?
Hold off.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm just move, drop.
Yes. That's my thoughts.
The only thing arguing for drastic measures now is if we take care of it now, we can remove 2 cities from plague conditions. Whereas if one of them gets further...
Well, right, but I mean, the thing is that even if we do it this early, what happens if they just get more plague?
Well, but Washington, which has supply on it now.
No, yeah, I know, but at the same time, I think that it's better to just... it doesn't make any difference when we use it.
Yeah. Okay. I think drastic measures is one of those things...
If we had anything else that interacted with plague, that would be different.
Yeah, that's true. If like Jacksonville breaks out or some shit.
Yeah, if we started to have more shit.
There we go. Hey, look at this. Now we're working.
Yeah, now we're actually doing shit. All right.
So pop.
Cool. Should we use that for Buenos Aires?
Well, what's
or Jacksonville?
Wait. Oh yeah.
Is it really
with the amount of burn and churn that we're going through?
Janky, finicky question.
I'd say we should use it in Jacksonville because if that gets plagued.
So, Can I use Team Bravo between a card being drawn and the cubes being placed? Play at any time, not an action.
I take up to 2 supply cubes from the stockpile and put them onto any locations. What do you mean?
So if we flip over, I know we.
Oh, you mean
we won't,
cubes
but
being removed?
If we, yeah, well, these cubes being placed. If we flip over Jacksonville, can I use this causing a supply cube to be removed before this would be placed?
I think in general that is a no.
Yeah, I would say the second you turn this over, you commit to.
Yeah, exactly. The secsecond that is.
That's a fair answer. I'm just.
Yeah, you have to complete the action that you do based on.
However, we're not going to get Jacksonville this draw.
Right. I'm just saying. So, do we want to go ahead and reinforce Buenos Aires, London, anywhere that's currently empty, or do we want to hold
So
on?
if we reinforce Buenos Aires, that means I don't have to go there.
Right.
And I can worry more about, so let's see, let me think of my actions. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can reinforce both Jacksonville and London this turn if I don't have to go to Buenos Aires.
Perfect. Team Bravo.
Cool.
Are you sure you can do that?
One of them is going to have 1 cube, but yes, because I have 2 cubes on me.
I can take up to 2.
No.
Would you rather?
Just, that's fine.
Honestly,
I'm going to put 2 on Jacksonville and I'm going to put 1 on London.
Okay. That keeps Buenos Aires out of our thoughts for a while. Istanbul.
Okay.
Cairo.
Alrighty.
Good job.
Oh, and also this. So
Yeah, that works
exactly.
out.
Go ahead, Jacob.
So I'll actually put 2 on each.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm going to move here. And I'm going to place in Jacksonville. So it's move and then drop. So it's 2 actions. Move for my 3rd action. 4th action is make drop. I'm so good!
You are so good.
Good boy.
All right. What you got?
London.
You're well on your way to
I've
blue.
got 3 Londons.
Well, you're certainly not. You're certainly not recoming, but you are well on your way to
And
blue.
2 Istanbuls.
Honestly, building one in London might be good.
Washington.
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 That kind of blows.
God damn it.
I forgot that was the case,
Me too.
which I shouldn't have because
Yeah.
we had that. All right.
Alright. I can
fine.
remote drop one onto Washington. I can
Do it.
also use drastic
Yeah.
measures.
Definitely remote drop on Washington.
Boop. 1. Action.
Mm-hmm.
Little hat. Little supply hat.
Little supply hat on top of the evil plague cubes.
All right.
Is there anywhere any of y'all want to be?
I would like to be in a place with someone so that I can start. I'm going to give you a blue card and take a black card probably from you.
Either that or a yellow card so you can give me
Yeah.
2 yellow cards.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So I would like to be where Jacob is. I want to
Okay.
be where the people are.
Okay, so I'm just thinking out my actions. So that was 1.
Mhm.
Yep.
2.
Yay. Thanks. People.
People! 2 more actions,
I
right?
kind of want more food, but I'm definitely not hungry. I just want to eat your delicious curry.
Yeah,
It's a real problem.
that's
I mean,
seriously
that's
problem.
usually like how my cooking works.
It usually is. It's very filling, but then like I want more.
All of
I have
the
2
food.
actions left.
Yes, you do.
I feel like I should stick kind of close to Greg because if he's going to do the take and then give
True.
stuff to
Well, I
all
mean-
of us.
No, you have to go to yellow. Because he can only give in if you're in the same color.
No.
No?
Any location.
Okay, never mind. I was wrong.
Well, I mean, but moving to. We don't have any
Moving to
searches.
Yale.
Nobody's got any searches.
Nope.
I've got a search in Denver, but that doesn't really.
Move to us,
yeah.
produce 2 supply cubes and give them. Or, well, you would
One of
only
the other
produce
things
one.
that we might consider doing is getting into this region so that we can start taking supply cubes out. Because none of these cities are. I mean that.
Well, they're going
None
to
of,
start getting
none of these
done.
cities are super urgent at the moment.
At the moment, but I hesitate to start taking things out for the moment.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying that eventually it might be worth it.
It might be.
At this point,
Maybe
we're doing all right.
move to Vignedo and I don't know, fuck around. Yeah.
Do I want to move to Vignedo, or should I even just move to Montgomery? Make supply and give.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd only give one, which is the problem. But
Yeah, but I mean, at the
But it
same
is the one
time,
that
I
you-
would save Greg the action of moving to me if he's going to be.
that's true. And
Showing
you can
around.
give me the one extra cube just
Yeah.
so that I have a cube to distribute.
Well, so I can only do one take and one give each turn that
Really?
ignores city. Once on your turn as an action, once on your turn as an action.
Okay.
So giving you the blue and getting the Jacksonville from you.
Okay. So that's going to be
is
your
an
turn.
action. Okay. That can
So
work. Though.
so that means that you. But since you're keeping yellow anyway. Oh, go to Jacksonville.
Go to Jacksonville.
Because at that point, Greg is going to take Jacksonville from me, and he'll be able to, on one turn, give you both Sao Paulo and Jacksonville.
That's true.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Move to Jacksonville. So 1, 2. That's 4 actions. First action was that. Second action was moving you there. Third, fourth.
Beautiful. Your
Because,
cards.
because even then, let's see.
Istanbul.
I disagree. I dis. I do not.
I do not.
I refuse.
Suboptimal.
J'accuse.
What do we got?
Let me fucking.
Lagos.
Of course it is.
Crap.
Well, I don't think we drew Lagos.
I don't think we did.
This is the only Lagos we got.
Wait.
It's not that one.
Oh, it's not that one. I keep forgetting that it's based on the city, on the
So
card,
we are
on the
not
actual
city.
card.
2 Washingtons. We have 2 Jacksonvilles. We have an Istanbul and a Cairo.
I believe. So yeah, we got a Washington, a Cairo, Istanbul, Buenos Aires,
which is
Lagos,
fine.
Jacksonville, Washington, London.
Everything sucks.
Should I use No.
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 Again, it's like
If it gets up to 3, I think I should
yeah,
use it.
it's a last minute thing. It's a right before we win, so that we can
Yeah.
decide what we want to save, or it's a right before an outbreak, so that it doesn't outbreak.
Yep.
Those are like the conditions under which you.
Yep.
use
And
them.
currently,
This is horse shit.
it sucks. It sucks balls. All right. Buenos Aires,
Fine.
Lagos. Mother.
Okay. My turn.
Yes.
So Jacob, I will give you. Would you prefer New York or Denver?
Give me New York.
Yeah, because this one has a search, so we.
And
don't
I'm
wanna
definitely
use it.
not going to be going inland. I'm
And I will take
containment.
Jacksonville from you. And then I won't be able to give you Jacksonville this turn, but you can take it from me.
Okay.
Boop boop.
Yep.
And I'm done.
Cool. All right.
Mexico City.
Okay.
Well, maybe I'll just do it.
You know.
You could give me Jacksonville, and I can do it.
Yeah, my question is, which turn would be more valuable for y'all? Because here's the thing: do we want to build it in Jacksonville, or should we build it in Lagos since it's got a plague?
Lagos.
Okay. Well, you need to get back there again.
All right. Well, that's where I'm going, I guess.
Jacob, I'm gonna get food. I don't care. I'm stress eating.
All right.
You can get food after my turn next round.
Fuck you.
Damn.
So one,
This seems a lot harder.
It seems excessive.
2.
The only thing is I can drop one on Istanbul, but I might want to save my turns if I'm building the research center on my turn.
3, unfortunately. 4. Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, this sounds suicidal, but hear me out.
First, let me see this.
One quiet night, that's useful.
And then,
Get a blue, get a blue, get a blue. Produce supplies, not the worst.
not the worst, especially for me.
It's not.
London. Jacksonville!
Okay, that's fine. Alright, hear me out here.
What do you got?
No, it'd take you too long anyways, I think.
Hear me out. Instantly, like
You could search
I
Mexico
have to
City,
discard one thing.
and I can move you out on my turn.
That's true, but it is not time efficient to do
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was
Alright,
thinking.
I have to discard one thing.
Black
One of
card?
the Istanbul.
Or should I use one point? No. I'm not using one point. Alright.
No, wait until we get to a higher infection rate.
Cool. Alright. That's my turn?
Alright. My turn now.
Yes.
So, do you think I should take Jacksonville?
No, give me Jacksonville.
No, give him Jacksonville.
Okay.
Because we'll get either way. We get the supply center more quickly.
Well, I can build the supply center on my turn, though, if I get Jacksonville.
No, you can't.
It requires 5.
You require 5. You currently
You're
have
right.
3.
I'm
That's
not
what
good
I'm
at
saying.
math.
Because you'd have to wait until your next turn to build.
I can remote drop one onto Lagos if we're worried about that.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 2 actions.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think about other things that maximize my utility.
Mm-hmm.
I could. This might work for card limit. Move to Istanbul and take Istanbul from you.
You could do that.
We have no way of telling who's going to get the most black cards, but it
Are we gonna put
centralizes
one
a
in
bit
black?
more. What?
If
Are
we
we gonna
get
put
if we
one
get
in?
4,
True.
like
You mean 5.
5. If we get 5,
Although, doesn't one of the Istanbuls have foundations on it?
possibly.
I think one of the Tripoli's, actually.
Yeah, it's Tripoli. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
there was definitely a black card that had a.
Yeah. So I mean, like there is a way to do that. Pretty. I think that it's still a valid choice. Either that or move to Vigneto and then move me to there. That wouldn't let you get Istanbul. That would just get me in the middle of the south a little bit easier. But I mean that's also not 100% necessary at the moment.
Up to y'all. I have 2 actions left. So.
What are you thinking, Greg? Because me going to Vigneto means that I would be able to reinforce both Lagos and Jacksonville for some good stuff on my turn.
I do like that. Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you have to discard
Vigneto.
Istanbuls, then fuck it.
Yeah.
Move you to Vigneto. That's my turn.
Cool. All right.
2 cards. Cairo.
All right.
Maybe we will do black.
New York.
All right. Cool.
Effect 2.
Yep.
Washington.
Sounds so nice, they named it twice.
Cool.
Jacksonville. Good thing you're there.
Good thing
That's why I'm there.
you're going to be there.
Alrighty, that's my turn.
Greg.
Boop, boop. Zoop.
Cool. Oh, that means you have to get moved out of Lagos, right?
That's only my third action.
You have one more action.
Okay, so that goes there. This goes up a tracker. Lagos is also prevented from losing population. That's
great.
nice. And then I probably just meet you guys in Vigneto.
Why don't you go to Sao Paulo?
Well, what's the...
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I'd rather be...
Yep.
Again, where the people are.
Yep. Let's be where the people are.
All right.
Draw your cards.
Cards. Denver again.
Epidemic.
Cairo. Okay, so I guess we are doing something in black.
Well, you've got enough.
Yeah. All right. Oh, and then I infect.
Yes.
Which is Washington, son
God,
of every bitch.
Mother fucking damn it.
Drastic measures.
Not yet. That's the second Washington. We'll use it after the next epidemic.
Okay.
Yep.
And Tripoli.
Boy, that's fine.
I think we're starting to get into territory we haven't explored before.
No, I think
Or since the
first,
initial
yeah.
round. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Check
My
it.
turn. Action 1.
Here's my concern, though. Weren't there 3 Washingtons we drew?
No, just 2.
Okay.
Because it only started with 1.
Right.
Because we're idiots, I guess. Also, there's a card in here that fucking takes plague cubes off the goddamn board.
What? You mean this one?
Drastic measures?
Takes 2 plague cubes off the board.
All right.
That one?
Yeah, fine. Everything's fine.
Alright. That's 1. No, actually, I have an idea.
Okay. What you got? What's your idea?
Let's see. 1, 2. No. Okay. I'm thinking I want to put 2 in Washington.
Yeah, smart.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first one is going to be to produce and deliver for my
Right.
special action. So that's 1.
2 is going to be produce supplies. 2.
And then move
3, 4.
Yeah, that's a good action.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Cool.
There's the 5th.
Beautiful. Discard a card.
Yep. And then one of these.
Well, definitely discard an Istanbul.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks, but that's what you gotta do.
Discard
the
this produce
exactly.
supplies.
Yep.
That way, if we do need to go AWOL, we have the one that has slightly more.
Alright. Cool. There we go.
Could you have optimized it by doing produce supplies then?
No.
At the beginning of Invadiato? Okay.
I did produce supplies in Vigneto.
He means produce supplies, not make supplies.
Oh, that.
Did you have optimized that?
You would have gotten one more cube to play with.
I would have gotten one more cube, so I could have added one more thing.
Do we want to retro that since you've got rid of the card anyways?
It's up to you.
Do it local.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Yeah,
system-wide. But,
Cool. Alright, so do we want that rather on Jacksonville or Washington?
Keep it.
Keep
Keep it.
that way you can give it to one of us if we need it.
Alright.
Yeah, or you could have transferred it before you left.
Cool. Istanbul and Lagos.
Wait,
Alright.
Alright.
Rolling.
You're up, Will.
Remote cube and Lagos.
Yes.
Can do that.
Definitely do that.
Ooh, we can't do.
Alright. It's getting some mighty sparse on cubes there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I mean, if you guys want to take the trek from one side to the other.
that's sort of the problem, is the
Yeah.
time commitment.
Yeah, it's the time commitment. That's up to you guys. That is not on me because I'm running.
Because you're making it.
I'm making and I'm running the first like supply chains and that kind of stuff.
So,
I can make supplies in.
this supply center should be in London.
Yes, 100%.
Because
That gives me an idea.
Wait on
Okay,
us.
so 1 was that.
Yep.
2, 3, 4.
Mhm.
Does that move you closer?
Mhm.
Then
It does. That's one entire movement closer.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, boop.
optimized.
Yeah. And then
I
do
like
you
that.
want to keep those, or do you want to give
I'm
them
giving those
someone?
to you because you're probably going here. Is what I'm assuming.
Okay. Can you give to people on different spaces?
No, but he could have done it
I
before he
could've-
left.
yeah.
Okay, got it. Yep. Okay.
Excuse me. All
Cool.
right. Williams
Works for me.
cards. Ooh, resilient population.
Okay, here's the thing. I am at 7 now.
Okay,
Okay.
so you will use resilient population before we.
Well,
Well,
he
I can
can't-
draw the next.
He can't take resilient population into his hand until he uses a card.
No.
No, I have
he's got
7
7
now
now with resilient
with
population.
resilient population.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can use that
So
now.
yeah, use it now.
Do we want to use it on Washington? Or do we have 1 Lagos, we have 2 Washingtons, and if Washington has 1 more, it outbreaks.
Yeah, Washington's probably the correct play.
It's either that or we could do Cairo because it's out of the way.
I mean, the only thing, yeah, one of the one-ofs would give us the ability to stop running around all over the place and focus on the problem area, the fewer problem areas. But Washington having 2 is just devastating.
Yeah, Washington is killing us at the moment.
Killing these balls.
It must be nice to have Washington on our side.
Yeah, and it's clearly fucking not. I am Thomas Jefferson right now, and I am not enjoying it.
We have 2 Lagos in the deck as well.
Oh, Lagos then.
But what I gotta say is, someone has to stand up for the Southern Hemisphere. Someone must stand up to his mouth.
Lagos for sure.
Lagos?
Yeah.
If there's 2 Lagos, yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
That's your resilient population.
Resilient population and draw my second.
Wait.
1 or 2 copies! Get that shit out of here!
Fucking draw both.
So do we want to remove both Lagos or do we want to remove both Washingtons?
Both Lagos.
Yeah? Okay.
There's
Washington is the danger zone.
Right. Well,
If it gets
And Washington is also the one that's harder to get to than Lagos. Lagos
that is actually a good point, especially
is
because I was
delivery
thinking,
from Vigneto.
Yeah, Lagos and Buenos Aires and Jacksonville are
also
all
because
coming-
Lagos isn't at risk of outbreak.
Yeah. Take it in Washington.
Yeah, get rid of Washington. I highly think that's the good
2
one.
copies.
2 copies
Yeah.
of Washington out.
So that means both of Washington are out. That's great. That is awesome.
Second card. It's an epidemic, ain't it? Fuck you.
Yeah, that's fair. That was really mean. Okay, sure. John Adams. All right,
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm just real sorry. All right. Well, there's not a
You
lot of
seen that
cubes
video?
on the board.
Yep.
There. I could head into the Mediterranean and do damage control,
Mm-hmm.
or I could head into here, start picking up some cubes so that we can get them over there eventually, and also search Denver,
That could be good.
which could be cool.
Okay.
Because at this point, after that, I feel pretty good after that resilient population. We'll see how things go, but even if we can successfully avoid reaching the maximum incident track, we have to complete these.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we lose. So we have to start thinking about other stuff too.
Yep.
So are we thinking searches and recon this? Are we thinking connecting? I think connecting new cities is a no-go. Although reconning this would connect a city for free.
Yeah.
But also searching might give us additional wiggle room to play with, additional cubes.
I do think searching is a good idea.
I can get to Denver and search this turn if I don't do anything else.
I don't see anything else for you to do.
Reinforce the Mediterranean.
Yeah, but if you're going in that direction, that's a completely different.
This is a hard branch at this point.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Lay it on us.
You can take one of these blues to help you get closer to Denver. You can give me a black, which means I'm only 1 away from building a black
What do you
research
mean?
center.
I mean, the one that I would take that would get me closer, because right now New York is equidistant from Denver for me,
Right.
and Washington is a hellscape.
Yeah.
And getting to here to take the thing from you would, I would sooner just go 1, 2, 3 Denver.
Okay. I'm just okay.
Yeah.
I think that's my play. And
I mean, you can also bring him to you, so that
Yeah,
after he searches, you can bring him to you, and then
Right.
start doing stuff over there.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And let's see what we got. So
The Quarter of
completing
Destiny.
One search in Denver. Is this a goddamn person?
We just got another person.
It's a companion.
Oh, I've heard of these. I think
Companions? What the hell are those?
exactly. We'll see these.
Companion. Jesus Christ. Plosives! Companion, logistics expert. You may do the established supply lines action with 1 fewer supply cube if you have this card in hand.
Well,
An unrationed event?
no, it's just like if you have this card, you get to do this. It doesn't get used. It's just there.
Yeah, it's just
It's an ability on a card.
it's just a guy.
That'd be useful next turn if you want to connect
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because at that point, we're looking at these 3 objectives.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
Alright, I'll be right back.
That's actually not that bad.
Get rid of all this pixie dust.
All right. Well, that was your last action. I'm going to give you your cards.
Show me my cards.
Oh, you can search Atlanta.
Okay.
And then you got Sao Paulo. And then we infect Tripoli and London.
Both of those are down.
Yep.
Do you have time to reinforce Tripoli before you leave?
Yeah, but then I can't reinforce London.
Can you reinforce London even to 1?
Let's see.
Do we remember how many London and or Tripoli we have in the deck?
Well, we destroyed a London.
We destroyed a London, and I think this was the...
I mean, not in the deck, like in
Yeah.
the stack that we've been
I know.
playing with.
So we have 2 Londons and 1 Tripoli.
Lottery card bullshit.
So I'm thinking I'd rather reinforce London for reasons of me being there,
Alright,
And
it's
also-
also a recon jump off point.
Yeah, exactly. In general.
The only possible counter to that is if we are going to drop a supply center in London, that will counteract the population cost, whereas we won't have one in Tripoli to do the same.
True.
But Tripoli's already at 4 population.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm less concerned about it. All right, do it in London.
I think
That
I'm going
sounds
to do it
good.
in London. All right, my turn.
And you're building your supply center there.
Yes,
too.
exactly. 1, 2,
Also, I mean, if we get to the end of the game,
3,
Yeah.
potential I can take off one there.
4.
1, 2, 3, donk.
Kaboom. Ka supply. Ka point. Yeah.
Cool.
That's my turn.
Cool and shit.
All right. I got another ration event.
Which one we get?
We
The one
can
that I
do
get-
the wombo combo.
We could do the wombo combo.
Wombo combo.
Wombo combo. Happy feet.
And I have another produce supplies.
All right,
I have
guess
2, 3, three check mark
the
supply
gods
points.
heard our bitching.
So they did. All right. With that, that's my 2 cards. Let's see what we got. Atlanta and Cairo.
This is some new shit.
This is new shit. We haven't had these cards
I
before.
don't know how I feel about new shit.
I don't feel very good about new shit.
Same.
All right. With that, Will, you are up.
Alright.
Oh shit. I'm gonna. No. Gonna hold it. Nope. I forgot that I had a cube on my face. All right.
My utility is actually somewhat limited.
Tripoli
I say.
and or Cairo.
I'd say Tripoli.
I'd say produce, move, deliver, move.
Or produce, move, deliver, remote. I don't know what
I have
your
remote Cairo.
Yeah.
Bam,
Exactly. There you go.
problem
Yeah.
effing
Produce.
solved.
Move. Remote.
And deliver.
And drop.
Cool. There we go. I think that's good.
That is
We're pretty covered.
That is a
Optimized.
very solid play, yes.
Yes, that is a very.
Alrighty,
solid-
I am at 7 though.
Yep.
Alright.
So let's
Which
see
I
what
feel
card
like
you
you can
got.
drop the blues probably.
That sounds about right. We were overdue for one of those.
Do we want to one quiet night it?
I'm leaning towards that, but let's see what we pull on the in fact.
Chicago.
Chicago. So let's look at what we got right now.
It's very thick.
We do have a very thick stack. We have a Chicago. We have. Let me just see. We've got 2 Lagos.
What are these?
What are those?
Were they on my cart?
They were on your card.
Yeah.
Because I gave you them.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have to do the make supplies action next turn.
Yeah. Alright.
I love this song.
We've got 2 Lagos.
We're good. We're
One
in
Buenos
good
Aires.
place.
Okay.
1 Istanbul. No, 2 Istanbul.
Okay. And
2 Cairos.
okay, also potential.
2
threat.
Londons.
That's actually fine.
2 Jacksonvilles.
Fine,
That's fine.
surprisingly.
2 Tripolis.
That's fine.
1 Atlanta and 1 Chicago.
Okay, so the Chicago,
Chicago.
the Istanbul, and the
Lagoses.
Cairo are the ones that risk outbreaking. There's lots that could get to 0.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost inclined to say save it for now and use it next turn.
I think that's a good.
That's a thought, but here's the argument for using it now. It's a very remote chance, but we can at least take Chicago off the board because you can reinforce that.
But that's on. Oh, you just finished. Yeah.
True, that's a
Greg
good
can
point.
do that.
That is a good point. That takes us from low chance to no chance.
Yeah.
So-
Potentially,
to-
if we draw 2 Lagos.
If we draw 2 Lagos, or if we draw 2 Cairo, or if we
2
draw 2
triple.
Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Sure.
So those, but that is a much reduced chance.
Yeah, I'm still happy with that. All right, yeah, I like it.
Let's do it. Let's use 1 quiet night.
You have.
One quiet night.
Oh, I do.
3, 2, 1, go. Fuck you guys.
If we want to have a full
Why not?
2 turns, we want to have a full 2 turns without anything. We could then use fucking this ration.
It worked
event.
the first time.
Work the first time. Go back, have another entire turn without it.
I don't know.
That
if
might
I'd
be a little
do-
too much.
That's a bit much for me.
But that could. Here's the argument for that.
The argument for that is null until we realize what happens here.
Well, so don't
I
do
think-
that yet. 'cause
No, I'm
he
not,
still
yeah.
actually has 1 card to
Go
draw.
draw.
You're at
last
7.
card.
Yep.
Do you want to use drastic measures?
Should I? Or should I get rid of one of the blues?
Since we have it worked the first time again.
Yeah, we can use. I think using drastic measures might be a good idea.
So Lagos and Washington.
No, Lagos and Buenos Aires.
Well, here's my
Washington
thinking:
has
if we do Lagos and Washington, then next time when you grab it with, it worked the first time, you can clear Washington complete.
I mean, I could, but also
Buenos
Washington.
Aires is going to lose a population.
It is at 1.
And there's 2 Washingtons removed.
Yeah,
and
we've
we're starting
removed
the
2
deck
Washingtons.
Over.
Yeah,
So I
no.
feel
Buenos Aires.
safer.
I
with
mean,
it.
that does mean that Washington is guaranteed to take a population loss.
Unless we build a supply center. There.
It's also at 5 population.
It is also at 5.
Yeah, no, all of this is correct.
I do think that this is our.
I use drastic measures.
Okay, now draw your last card.
Jacksonville.
Okay. Cairo.
Wait, no, we used 1 quiet night, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we did.
Right. Okay.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't change what I'm going to do because it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Okay, whatever. All right, go for it, Greg.
It's covered in silver shit. All right. So the first thing
Yep.
I'm going to spend 1 cube because of my logistics expert
Yeah.
to connect San Francisco.
Let me get you a straight edge.
Which means Denver is now maximum potential.
yeah. Denver is fucking Bay. Protect at all costs.
Denver, yeah, has the most connections out of any city in the game.
I was like, I'm not going to give you a whole fucking T-square.
Also, it is legitimately... If we loot... Well,
This is not much more reasonable in size, Jacob.
But it is at least a little bit more reasonable in size.
Fair. Beautiful. Here. All right, so San Francisco is connected to the
Knee-bone.
Well, last time I checked. Doesn't mean you're wrong. Just means I haven't checked in a while. Take the matching city cards from the reserve and put them in the discard pile. Take the matching infection cards and put them in the game end area.
Alright, and we have done 1 connection.
You cannot do the sail action or charter boat action along a supply line. Boats can't travel over land. Maybe, what if they really try hard? Did you think of that? What about portage? Huh? Did you think about that?
Yes.
Yeah, they probably did, and they were like, this is stupid.
Yep.
Alright, so that's 1 action. I have 3 remaining. I can move,
No.
drop. I'm going to take 1 in Denver
Okay.
first. Well, yeah, I'll take 1 from Denver.
Yep.
And then move, and then drop.
Okay.
Better
So
to
that
do
was
this because if I
1 action
produce
to connect.
1 action to take... No, taking is free.
Yes.
So, take and produce? Or, no, I'm going to keep moving.
Yeah, go to Atlanta.
Yes.
Because
Then I can search.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cool, alright.
Oh, guys, we're getting close.
GG!
The ball.
GT, good turn. Good
Same,
fight.
yeah.
GF.
Go for it.
You're at 7.
I have a max of 8.
Oh, right.
Shitting hell.
What the mother?
I mean, there are 7 of them in there, so.
1 quiet night?
Well, no, it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Literally, it doesn't change other than having
Cairo.
Cairo on top, which means that Cairo will 100% outbreak.
Yeah, well, there's that.
1 quiet night?
No. I mean, because...
Cairo's just gonna... It's fine. I mean, it's
I'm
gonna
just
have
saying,
2
are
outbreak
we-
cubes. Because
But we
cheated.
don't know that.
We don't know that.
So,
that's
alright,
true.
so
Yeah.
thinking...
Hey, Obi!
Hello!
Welcome to the stream. We are currently playing a game called Pandemic
We're
Legacy.
a little tense.
We're in a very tight situation.
So, alright. Knowing what we know.
Oh no. We have to one quiet night this.
Did we? Yeah.
I mean, it's not 100% necessary, but in order to give us any kind of breathing room.
Oh, but here's the thing. Do you...
Can you get to and reinforce
Can you get
Cairo?
to Cairo?
Oh, produce supplies. System-wide. It's a
Yeah.
it's a supply center.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If we want quiet night, that...
Yeah. We can do that.
Alright.
Um,
Alright, let's do it. Go. Alright. So this finds that.
This is a commitment to winning this game because
Yes.
we're making a permanent.
Yes.
So do
All
that
right.
on this. Oh,
On my
they're
turn.
both-
So,
they're
all right.
both- Okay.
So and then
Mhm.
we don't infect.
No.
Because Jacob used the thing.
Yes.
Now it's Jacob's turn.
Now it's my turn.
Jacob starts with a system-wide production.
System-wide production.
So, how many of these go into Cairo? How many? So, if we operate under the assumption that we don't know that there's going to be 2 Kairos in a row, we know that there are still 2 Kairos in the relatively short stack. So I think we want to put at least 2 in Cairo.
We know that there are 3 Kairos in the relatively short stack.
What?
All 3 Cairo cards. We've had 2, and then we took one from the bottom.
I thought we had 1 in it.
No, we had 2, and then we took one from the bottom.
Oh, so 3 in
3 of
Cairo,
them going into Cairo.
and then
One to Lagos?
yeah, Lagos.
Yeah, let's do Lagos. Yeah, that's going to be it.
Actually, hang on. Let me just make sure that we are allowed to decide, and we don't have to proceed in some sort of like. Yeah, put as many as you can in any order you like.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
This is good. This is
is-
correct.
This is what we should be doing.
This is the right play. Can I have a chocolate egg, please?
So, that is the first action. My second action... what else needs... Istanbul needs some reinforcement, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, and that's what I got.
Cool.
Yeah. That's all I can
You
do,
have
really.
no cards,
I have, like, no cards. Alright. Sao Paulo,
which is foundations.
with Foundations, and New York. Cool.
Okay.
Did we move this up? We did not.
Maybe not.
Alright. Let's see. We've got
Cairo.
We've got Cairo.
Cairo.
We've got Istanbul.
I thought it was going to be a Cairo again, and I was like, Jesus!
That would have been horrible.
But yeah, Obi, so we are currently playing Pandemic Legacy. It is a game where we are trying to save the world from like outbreaking into plague.
Yeah.
And we don't know where most of the world is because it's a post-apocalyptic setting and we're trying to find it at the same time.
It's bad news bears.
There's a lot of stuff going on. We are mid-game just about, and we're both close to winning and close to losing. Which
Very
is
tense.
par for the course for this game. So, let's see. It's William's turn right now. And now, yeah, he's gonna do some stuff.
Here's what I was thinking, but it's not going to quite work out.
All right.
1, 2, 3 to Sao Paulo. Move you.
Mm-mm.
That won't work.
Mm-mm. Get to New York.
Get to New York.
If you're in New York, I can take Washington and New York from you.
Yeah.
Which can set us up to recon. Which gets us one of the objectives we need.
And it
And
gets us
also
recon.
the second objective we need. Which means all we need to do
Let's
Yeah.
build a supply
is
center.
build a supply center and we win.
And we have enough yellows on the board.
Okay.
We also have enough blacks on the board. Actually, blacks are more concentrated.
So I would say 1, 2, 3 to New York and then reinforce either Cairo or Istanbul.
Yeah.
Would be
Okay.
my
Mm-hmm.
recommendation.
Would you rather I move you straight to New York?
That's the other thing.
If you move me straight to New York, I can get to London to set myself up to recon on the first action of my next turn.
Yeah. That could be good because otherwise it'll take you. You wouldn't be able to do all the trading things without doing that because it would take you.
Well, I
one-
would. No, 1, 2.
Oh, you're
trade,
pink.
trade.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're blue.
Yeah. he's
Which means
blue.
you have to take 4 actions to get to New York.
1, 2, 3.
I did count right. I'm confused. Okay. Well,
okay.
it's fine.
Basically, I could move you, or I could drop one onto Cairo.
I would say drop one.
I'd say it's more important
What?
to do damage control.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would say Cairo, or I would actually
Or Istanbul.
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 I would say Istanbul.
Istanbul.
1, 2, 3. Drop onto Istanbul.
Cool.
Yeah, he
I'm
has
gonna
a
have to get
special.
rid of. I'm
Yeah.
assuming the yellows.
No, what's gonna happen? Greg, wait, how
Because
many
I'm
actions
at-
are you doing?
7.
4. Move, trade, trade.
Okay. Actually, it might be better to not drop on Istanbul and do 3 trade actions. You're at how many?
I'm at 7
Okay.
cards.
Because you can also give.
I can also give.
You could give a black, or no, or yellow, whichever one we want to do.
True.
Because we have, you guys, between the two of you, have both black and yellow for supply centers.
That is a very good point.
So if you do that, if you don't drop on Istanbul, and you move him to you, then you will only have to discard, I think, there'll be one card lost, I think.
There'll be more than that because he's going to discard. Well,
No.
Yeah, all right.
He is at 7 as well, I would like to point out.
But I have
But he can
wiggle room
have
for
one,
one.
his wiggle room for one more.
Okay.
Actually, then he wouldn't have to discard any cards.
But he would right now.
Right now he will. Yes, but
No, I think Jacob's right, though.
Mhm.
So, all right.
So take
Hold
this
me to
Istanbul.
you,
yeah,
and then on my next turn.
just because like then you guys can
Okay.
do some shit. So
You're right. You're right.
All
You're
right.
right.
So now,
Draw.
discard.
That's
Turn
first
orders,
draw.
right?
First
No,
draw.
you draw and then decide what you want to discard. to
Yes,
make
based
room
on
for
what
the
you
card.
draw.
Okay. Produce supplies.
Okay, so now the question is, are we doing? Both of them will take 2.
I'm not gonna lie. Discard the produce supplies.
Kind of thinking that. Stockpile is fairly limited.
Sure. Yep. Makes sense.
It hurts, but
Tripoli,
perfect. I give you a black.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
which
So,
I have to discard Jacksonville.
Discard
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
so now we just have to make it. All right.
Yeah.
3 cards off the top, please.
Okay, what do we got?
Lagos,
All right.
Cool.
London,
Okay.
Okay.
Atlanta,
Okay.
which is now defenseless.
But that's only Atlanta card.
Yeah, that's also true. There's only one of those.
Yes.
There's one in the entire deck.
Yes.
Because it
Nope.
started at
Because
one
it started at
population.
one population. Yeah.
Dope.
All right. Me.
Yes.
So, I'm going to take New York from you with a regular trade action.
Yes.
I'm going to give you
Mm-hmm.
Tripoli, I
Sure.
guess. With a special instructor action.
Yes.
I'm going to take Washington from you with a facilitator action.
Yep.
And I'm going to move.
Yep. There you go.
Nope, that's him. I'm going to move to there.
There you go. Yeah, that's good.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you guys can do some really good shenanigans
Good
trading.
eye. Good eye.
Okay, draw your card.
Shenanigans.
Tripoli, I don't care. Buenos Aires,
I'll build this on
I'll keep
my
the
next-
Buenos Aires because I'd rather have that to get to with a chart C lane in like an absolute emergency.
Okay,
We
yeah,
fucked up real
yeah.
bad type
Mhm.
situation.
Because this will end on your next turn if we survive there.
Cool.
1, 2, 3.
Jacksonville,
Survivable.
Istanbul, dangerous. Tripoli.
Survivable.
All right, Jig'em.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Istanbul is the only. Istanbul and Atlanta are the only empties.
Yes, I can get to Istanbul. No, Tripoli has 1. Okay, so I can supply. We know I have to supply Istanbul.
Yes.
That is the 100%.
Yes.
So I can do that. I think I'm gonna do the local production action.
So now we do have a lot of stock on there.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna take 3, and then I'm gonna pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first action.
Yep.
Where else do we want to
Jacksonville, Lagos. No, wait. No, that's right.
Jacksonville only has 1 in this deck, although we are getting close to the limit for that deck.
Lagos is Jacksonville and Lagos.
Okay.
Are both good choices. Buenos Aires also a good choice,
I
but
can't get
harder,
to Buenos.
harder to get to.
So because I can do,
Buenos Aires should be fine though.
I can get to, so I can do Istanbul first. So I think I'm just gonna do a deliver action. So that's the second action.
Okay.
Make
deliver.
Third, and then fourth is going to be make deliver. Do I want to do Lagos or do I want to do Jacksonville?
Jacksonville's at 1 population,
Jacksonville it is.
and Lagos has the
Supply
supply
center.
center.
Yes. All right. Cool.
Okay.
That
Cool.
is
Draw your
my
cards.
turn.
Nice.
What's that?
I can gain 3 actions, or anyone can gain 3 actions.
Oh, it's just already been searched. I was like, what is this wall of text?
Yeah.
Sleep well. Thank you
Yeah.
for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in at 3:30 in the
Yeah,
morning. So
exactly. Thanks so much for joining in. Yeah, be sure to follow us if you want to join in at other times. But we definitely appreciate it.
What? See ya.
Yeah.
What's the other objective we're trying to complete? Did you search Atlanta?
No, but so here's the thing: recon is an objective. Recon's.
Forgot about that.
I'm basically assuming that it's going to function the way these did, where I get an automatic connection.
Yeah.
Also, because of that line.
Okay.
I feel
Good thought. Good thought. Good thought.
Um,
Okay. On that note,
Yeah.
should we use the 3 actions for me so I can try and reinforce some stuff?
That's a good good
I mean,
question.
if we are fairly certain we're going to win on my turn,
Awesome.
you.
Thanks for the follow. We really appreciate it.
if we are fairly certain that we're going to win on my turn, then I think giving you extra actions to do as much as you possibly can makes sense.
Well, because here's the thing. I've got to get to Istanbul or Tripoli to build that 3rd supply center.
Aha, right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so
Yep.
do it. Absolutely do it.
Yeah.
Extend the time.
So now I have 7 actions, yes?
Yes.
You have 7 actions. Use them wisely.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you tell me to do that?
So absolute minimum, it's going to take you 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to there.
I can reinforce Tripoli and Cairo as well. So here's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, make supplies.
3.
Can I do another make supplies action?
You
Pick up the last 2?
can, yeah.
5, 6.
You'd be.
Does that math work now?
You wouldn't be able to reinforce both Tripoli and Cairo at that
Got
point.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
So move here.
4.
Supply center.
Supply center into Tripoli.
And then drop.
Drop.
No. That's. I thought you meant.
Oh.
Oh no! Just before you make it,
Before
use
you make
the
it.
remote drop.
Or should I drop on to Lagos remotely?
Lagos?
Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Yep. That's what you got.
That's fantastic.
All right.
Also, drop your other cube. Nah. Don't worry about it.
Do it. There's no reason.
Yeah,
not
just do
to.
it. Just so it's on the board in case
Yeah.
we need
There's
to get
literally
it
no
all.
reason not to.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining, Starry. We've very much appreciate it.
Shouldn't matter.
Always love your company.
But I
So
could
thanks.
have theoretically given.
Have
it
a
to
good
you 'cause
night,
I made
sleep well.
supplies On a Haven, I could have just made supplies on a Haven.
There's no need.
I'm just trying to drop it right there.
If
I hope your map making went
If
well.
what we're assuming happens. All right. Well, let's see. I mean, it's a good thing we reinforce as much as possible.
Okay.
All right.
That's actually not that bad because I don't think we have any other New York cards.
So
So, is there a possibility we can lose?
Yes.
What is the
do
possibility?
we go to 4? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we do.
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit, dicks.
What's
Okay,
the possibility
so-
we can lose this?
If we get New York and
And
Atlanta and double Cairo or double
Yeah.
London or double Buenos Aires.
Yep.
I don't know how many of those are possible.
So we have 2 Cairos.
Okay, so double Cairo is possible.
Double Atlanta is not possible.
Double Atlanta's.
Oh,
well,
although
Atlanta
one
doesn't
Atlanta,
matter. One Atlanta is enough. We have 2 Istanbuls.
Doesn't matter.
We have 1 Lagos.
Doesn't matter.
We have 1 London.
Doesn't matter.
We said the Atlanta. Jacksonville is one of them. Istanbul is 2. Doesn't matter. Tripoli is 1. And New York is 1.
So the only possible way
York,
that we can
London,
lose on this
or
epidemic,
New
on this
York,
infection,
Atlanta.
New York, Atlanta,
And
double
double
Cairo.
Cairo.
That's the
That
only
is the only
condition.
possible way that we can lose.
Never tell me the odds.
So we will see what happens.
Yes, we will. Damn.
Literally, if we.
We did.
This is the first time I genuinely want to see a Jacksonville get drawn.
Oh, man.
Curry.
I'm telling you, man, stress eating.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to send me that recipe because
It's easy.
So good, dude.
I
Literally, all it is.
I'm trying to diversify out
Is
of
this.
pasta. Green curry paste. I like it.
You take green curry paste. You saute it up with some chicken.
Mhm.
You add 2 cans of coconut milk, and let that cook for a little bit until it gets a little bit thickened. And then add 2 zucchini. Let that cook,
And that's it.
This
Cooking
is,
with Jacob.
Yeah, this is Cooking with Jacob. We don't have an after dark, like after hours, like, ooh, baby. It's just him talking about cooking. Which, I mean, ooh, baby.
I was about to say my drunk kitchen, but then with Jacob. My sober kitchen.
Exactly. All right, flip them up. We got 4.
New York, of course. So
1.
So, bam.
Istanbul.
We're
We're
safe.
safe. London. Even safer. And then Atlanta.
Okay, well, that is the worst possible thing that could have happened, and we still win. But
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I'll take the win. Oh, I don't have the double anymore. All right.
All right, so I'm
So
gonna go
stressful.
to Washington, right? That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. You're gonna go to Washington. You're gonna just stay in Atlanta.
I didn't need to take both of these.
Yeah, Foundation.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
because
Denver. You
these
have
aren't
double Denver.
5. These aren't. Yeah, I have double.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So 1.
Okay, wait. Before you do that, is there anything you can do to minimize any bad effects?
No.
Okay. Just trying to maximize.
There's.
Anything
I don't think there's anything you can do. Yeah.
I don't use it.
Okay.
In that case, it's recon.
No, there's nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Recon.
Open box.
Package number 4.
For the love of God, there better be connect 2 new cities.
We only need 1.
We only need 1. Yep.
Or
Because we
connect
already
one new
connected,
city. Yes.
All right.
So we got
This
this.
package contains 14 cards and 2 sticker cards.
14. Oh, okay. Well, that means a lot of cities going to get connected. There was a smiley face.
Recon report.
Okay.
We found Europe struggling as much as the rest of the world, but surprisingly, there are some old military bases with functioning aircraft. We can adjust our supply centers to include a landing strip, and the havens already have old runways we can put back into use. This could be tremendous in our efforts to get around an ever-growing grid.
I like this.
I love you, Europe.
Right now, open door 64 and connect city Paris.
All right.
That's one
the
city
win.
connected.
64.
So
Oh, it'll be a sticker.
technically, I don't know if this affects us negatively at all.
Mhm.
The game has just ended because it said connect Paris.
Yes.
Yes.
So I don't know if
We will not be able to
get
do any
anything
other
else.
actions, but we
Okay.
will complete doing what this
Okay.
says.
All right.
But I don't know if we get any more bonuses from any
Yeah.
of the cities around here. Is the thing.
We'll see. No, I think that we will based on what's going to happen.
Okay.
So here's a big old stack of stuff.
Okay. Moscow. Yeah, Moscow, St. Petersburg, Frankfurt, Paris, and the unrationed event. Destroy up to 3 copies of one specific card city in the infection discard pile.
That's fucking cool. Hey, Jacksonville. Oh, shit. Sorry for looking at the back of my head there.
Yeah, no. I thought you were gonna bump into the camera. Okay, I'm a fan.
I'm a fan. I am definitely a fan.
All right.
That is awesome.
So there we go. We've connected.
And that is
Paris.
unrationed, so we just put it in anyway.
Right.
And rule sticker H. Add it to the manual along with stickers to our reference cards. Shuttle flight. Move from any haven or supply center to any other haven or supply center. I am a little bit sad that we ended up with this permanent supply center on a sea lane.
I don't mind.
But
We need it for Cairo.
It's
We
still
need
going
it.
to connect.
and it's also helped us avoid some population loss.
Yeah, it helped us make sure that not care about Cairo as much.
Right.
That is the biggest.
It has definitely done work. I'm just saying, in terms of looking back, optimal.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh man.
Awful sound. All right, so shuttle flight. Add the infection cards for Paris to the game end area. Put the other player and infection cards in the reserve. Give the relocation unrationed event to a player to add to their hand.
That's right there.
Oh, this is the one you were talking about.
So you get that immediately.
Yeah, but we can't.
We
use
can't
Okay.
use it because the game ended.
Yeah, game end. But I'm just saying, if we.
Okay, and then so these are put over Schmear. No, they're not. They're put into a different Schmear. Bagels and locks.
Alrighty.
What a beautiful finish that was.
GG, go ahead and add these stickers to your...
That.
Right, yeah, to avoid that. Okay, game end. So, adjust population. So, we need a lot, actually. We're going to have a lot of population adjustments this time.
Yep.
So, we need a 5 and a 3 and a 5 and a 5 and a 3. That's ups.
Yeah.
Downs, we need a 4 and a 1 and a 2.
Yeah.
Did we account for Denver going up?
Yep. Okay. All right, I'm going to take one of the 5s.
I'm going to take a 4. No, we don't need a 4.
Yeah, we do, for Washington.
Okay. Yeah, 4. I forget that 4 can also be down. Because there are so few cities that 4 is down.
I'll take another 5.
Take a 2.
Praise be.
Yep. Oh man, they could have real bad. We done good, gents. We done good, and I'll take a 3 as well for London.
And then I'll take a 1.
Lagos go up?
Lagos will go up.
1 for Atlanta.
Take a 3 for Lagos, which leaves you with the 5 for Denver.
Which stack is bigger? I wonder.
Jacksonville.
It's close though.
It is close. It's getting to be.
Okay.
Yeah, Jacksonville is our. Fucking God, it's so huge. Fuck you, Jacksonville.
Okay.
I don't remember where these are.
Doesn't matter.
All right. So that is adjustments, population. We are not paused. We are stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not paused. We're stopped. Resolve cards in the game end area. Oh, hang on. Let me. Need to record Paris and San Francisco. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're up to 17. Actually, legitimately, we're in the next bracket
That's good.
for the first time. We
So
kind
we now
of
have 6.
fucked up in the interest of full disclosure.
No, we're still at 16.
No, no.
Mexico City doesn't count.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It's on the grid. Ah, son of a
It's
bitch.
off the grid, yeah.
Well, it is still on the grid for the purposes of like
No.
travel and things, but not for.
Oh yeah, not for that.
Because it doesn't say it's not on the grid. It does say does not count towards game end production.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Suboptimal.
All right,
We finished one city.
That math wrong. Oh, because it's not.
Yeah.
You don't have to draw a straight line between ports, right?
Ports, no.
Okay, good, because otherwise St. Petersburg would be freaking useless. Just the freaking Baltic Sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't. Okay, so upgrades. We have 4 plus 1. We have 5 to
points.
play around with. Let's clear some of this off.
Yep.
Take a look. Unless I'm thinking not a permanent supply center since they're all coastal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, new populations up.
Or do we want to do population up?
Yeah. Honest to God, 2, 3, 4 is not the worst idea I've ever heard.
It's not. What things can we do that would be better?
So,
Is the question.
infrastructure. This card counts as 3 for the purpose of the build supply center action. That's pretty cool. Cost 2. It only costs 2. We could get another well stocked out. We could get you helmsman.
Could get me help one.
How much Sheldon's win cost?
3.
It's expensive.
It's a lot. It's very expensive.
It's a free movement every
You
time.
may do a free driver ferry action every time.
Outrider, do the recon ability with action with 1 fewer card. Now that we need unique cards, that's actually pretty potent.
Yes.
No. Permanent supply center, no. Broken link.
After discarding a card, any player may discard a player card to stop drawing eviction cards for the rest of the turn. It's not
The
bad.
fact that you have to discard a card is what turns me off about it, as opposed to just like stocks.
Yeah. No, well stocks is
Stocks.
ish. I mean,
It's just Broken Link is if you draw that particular infection card, it's essentially cost 1 card to do a 1 quiet night for the rest of it.
Right, but the
Which,
problem,
if it's at the end of the draw cycle, is crap.
who cares?
Yeah. But like if it's a 4, if we were at 4,
Yeah. And that can prevent 3 alternatives.
but I don't know about. I'd take another well stocked before I would.
Yes, I would say that would be the case.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. For populations, would we?
I definitely would like to get, because I think so. I think that first off, getting Mexico City to 1 means that it's back on the grid
For the purpose of endgame stuff, yeah.
And that would bump us up to 17 if we don't connect any of Europe.
And if we don't fail.
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
Yeah.
2 points to get Mexico City back from Forsaken. It is still infested, which still sucks.
Yep.
But there are people living there now for some reason.
Yep.
Because we told them to.
Pretty much.
We're like, look, it's important. David.
Yeah. It's infested, but go there.
All right, so that leaves us with 3 points to play around with.
All right.
Well-stocked is 1.
Mm-hmm. What's infrastructure?
Card counts as 3 of its color. Pretty damn good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I think, I mean, next, in May, we go down from 27 to 24 in the supply, which means keeping cubes, like, being able to make the most out of cubes counts even more. So I think well-stocked is a way to go.
I think so.
What would we put it on?
That's the thing, I know.
We put the other one on Lagos, right?
Yeah.
Is there a Mexico City card that'd be useful to put on?
I mean, so that's actually kind of a thing, right? Is if you put it on a city that has 1 card, that means it's guaranteed to not like do the
actually that's a really interesting idea.
So
okay.
Atlanta
or Mexico City.
Yeah.
Or technically LA.
Oh.
Which as a port might be a good idea.
I was going to say Mexico City and LA are the ones that stick out to me because of the fact that they are, first of all, far away from fucking everything.
Yeah.
I could go for those. I would say those 2 rather than Atlanta. Atlanta is at least right next to Jacksonville and also Chicago.
Yeah, it's kind of an important corridor, but that does also mean that it's more likely that we'll be moving through it.
Exactly, because we didn't go anywhere near these 2 throughout the last game.
Okay.
Maybe LA, just so that we don't have to worry about it.
Mexico City's already infested.
Yeah.
Let's go Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. All right.
Cool.
Here.
Yes. So that's well stocked, which leaves us 2 to play with. Infrastructure.
Or actually, it's in here.
Could do infrastructure.
No,
I am cautious about leaving 2 1s on the board though, or well, technically 3 1s now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And especially when they're all fairly close to each other.
Yeah.
It ain't like ones in Paris.
Do we want to increase the doom stack?
Jacksonville up more. With Jacksonville, I will say that out of the 3 1s, Jacksonville is the easiest to take care of.
Yeah.
Because it's on the water and it connects directly to Viñedo.
Yeah, Mexico City is definitely the hardest.
Yeah, and you can reinforce Jacksonville without ever even stepping on land.
Exactly. Like anything connecting to these 3 is really easy for me to work with.
And we still haven't even gotten to the Jacksonville lockdown.
Yeah.
Which I think is hilarious.
Where's the
what?
These.
I do think that if we're gonna do which card were we talking about? Increasing population.
Yeah, increasing population.
If we're gonna do it, I would say either Atlanta or Mexico City.
Atlanta.
I would say Atlanta. Yeah. Let's invest more into Atlanta so that we're not on death's door there. All right. Lots of population changes this time.
So we still have 1 left, I think.
We do.
2,
We have 1 left.
3, 4.
We could put the last foundations on, or we could put runner as an action. Discard a city card while in a haven or supply center to move to any location on the grid.
So let's destroy any card to move anywhere.
Yep.
Could be useful.
You do have to be in a haven or a supply center. It's basically the old school.
Charter flight.
Charter flight.
Yeah, charter flight.
That might even be that would be useful for one of the two of you, I think.
I mean, the problem is I'm getting pretty
Well,
Could be useful for me because, you know, let's say I have to get someone to, like, Buenos Aires. I'm at Tripoli. Go to Providence.
You can move yourself.
Fly to Providence. Move someone into Buenos Aires.
yeah.
That's a good point.
I think especially
Right.
yeah.
So
It gives me more mobility,
Yeah.
and
which gives everyone more mobility.
we're fairly certain we don't want to put on one of the broken links. Because basically what we've got at this point is raise a population, foundations, runner, or broken link. Those are the only things we can afford.
I might even say Broken Link just because that's less removal of cubes from the board.
That is compelling.
I would hold off on foundations only if, because
Right.
later game we might get
Yeah.
Asia.
Yeah.
East Asia.
Well, we know we're going to get.
Yeah.
So,
So yes, I agree with that.
Okay. So, broken link or runner for William.
Yeah. I mean,
well, I am not convinced of Broken Link's use, just because, like, we've barely drawn cards with a thing on it.
Yeah, we've never gotten to 4, and also we rarely do draw into.
I feel like it's something we can apply later, and it'll have more effectiveness then.
no, I do think I think Runner will give us more utility now. Let's just think real quick. Are we thinking at all about changing characters? Do we want to invest anything
This
into
is sort of
other
the thing, right?
characters? 'Cause, I mean, at the moment, the fact that we're down to 24.
Yeah, and the longer into the game we go, the more attractive the immunologist is going to become.
Yeah. Because that lets us that
just takes from reserve.
takes from reserve instead of the supply or stockpile.
I wouldn't use runner on immunologist though.
No,
No.
certainly
It's
not.
whether we want to invest in Caleb.
Yeah.
I mean, your character was very useful this game.
I was.
Yeah.
Especially, you were absolutely right. Facilitator was the way to go.
Yeah. No,
And
your
also,
character is very useful.
Facilitator and the ability to take
Yeah.
actually makes Record Keeper suddenly useful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
No,
Because
that's
you
what I'm
had
saying. Like,
multiple
without
monsters.
that, like, it wouldn't have been useful. With this, your character is now currently at an optimized level.
Yeah.
I mean, right now all our characters are fairly well optimized.
Yeah.
do we want to just do population then?
I could get behind the population.
I could get behind the population.
Because here's the thing. Right now we're at 17. Even if we lose first thing of May, we'll get 5 production units.
Unless Mexico City goes down.
Well, no. But if we use the population on Mexico City, and assuming it's not Jacksonville that breaks out,
Lots
we
of
would
stuff.
we
Yes.
would
Yes.
get up to that if we put a population on Mexico City. Because that means it gives us, essentially it pays for itself in one turn
Yeah,
by
no,
giving insurance.
I agree. I think that's a good idea.
All right.
Yeah.
2.
We're really pushing people into
Son of a
Mexico
bitch.
City.
You got 2-2.
He's got 2 2s. Not the kind to dance with.
Right. We are not optimal with our placement of population stickers. We're like, okay, we'll go down from disease, and then okay, we'll go back up. We'll go back up twice.
Yeah.
Well, it is sort of the thing is like, we use it whenever we get close to 1 because we're afraid.
Right. Oh, I just mean in terms, like, not even the like
In
when
terms of
we
this
apply the
in-game,
upgrades.
we have had.
I mean,
like,
in terms of the
Atlanta.
actual like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atlanta, we went down.
It was a 2, and then it went to
Yeah.
1, and then it went back up to 2,
Yeah.
and it's like, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
We win. GG.
That was good.
GG. All right.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We're really
Yeah.
glad that we could actually show you a win this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
If we had lost, I think we all just would have been super sad.
Yeah.
But
We would have been
we
very, very
did
sad.
not, so thank you all for your support. I'm sure that made all the difference. And we'll
Yeah.
see you next time. We'll see you in a little bit longer than 2 weeks because
Yeah.
we're going to have some people out of town. But we'll see you whenever we play next time for our first game in May.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
See you.